The story starts with a spooky mountain, rains pouring like it's endgame. This ain't no cozy isekai, it's a straight-up vibe check from the get-go. Enter our boy Lin Chi, climbing some sketchy stairs like he's grinding a side quest. He rolls up to these massive, ominous gates, scratching his head like, why am I always spawning here in my dreams? Real talk, that's some next-level dream debuff. For 5 years, this creepy asylum's been gatekeeping him in his nightmares. Lin Chi pushes the gate, feeling this weird pull, but plot twist, it never lets him in. Bro's out here knocking, but nothing's happening. Then, bam, a voice yeets him out of the dream. Bro, wake up, food's ready. His cousin's call snaps him back to reality. Groggy and low-key salty, Chi's sitting there stewing over this nightmare grind. Man, those dreams are draining his HP. See, ever since that day, his life turned into a total dumpster fire. Everything flipped upside down. Why? Because our boy had some sort of mental breakdown and also went blind. Well, kinda. It's more like his vision got changed. Instead of seeing through his eyes, he senses things like he's watching a laggy stream on a busted TV. Rough, right? His aunt hits him with the news, a doctor's waiting to check his condition. Time for a status update. Chi heads down, ready to face the doc. Doc's like, you're Lin Chi, 17 years old, right? And dives straight into it, asking him to tell him about that accident that made him blind. Flashback time, 10 years ago, Kid Chi's chilling on a roof, moon-gazing like a true edgelord. Then whoa, he spots something straight out of a god-tier cutscene. It's an angel on the moon, glowing with golden light, rocking silver hair and elfin ears and 6 golden wings, flexing pure elegance. Doc's like, 6 wings? Like a seraph? Yeah, since that day he hasn't been able to open his eyes. Oof, talk about a debuff. Suddenly Chi backtracks. Nah, just kidding, Doc. I made it up. Bro, what? The Doc is shook. Chi pivots, claiming he fell off the roof, banged his head and damaged his nerves. Classic MC misdirection. A bit sus, but we get it. After the Doc leaves, Chi's chilling with his fam, eating and telling his aunt his eyes are getting better. Bro's got plot armor, but he's lying. His vision's still capped at 0. His aunt's all, take it slow, Chi, worried he's pushing too hard. They ask if he's ready for college with his condition, and Chi's like, I'm grinding to be on the same starting line as everyone else. Gotta appreciate that MC hustle. But Auntie's got his back, saying she'll take care of him for the rest of his life. Little Cuzzy agrees. But plot twist, Chi's been faking it. His eyes, still sealed tighter than a raid boss's loot chest. No light, no gap, nada. He tries to force them open, but it's a fail. Here's where it gets wild though, his vision's gone. But he's unlocked a new skill tree. 5 years ago, he started sensing stuff. It started from a few inches away. Now, he's got a 10-meter radar. For a normal person, seeing as far as 10 meters is nothing, but for Chi, that means everything. He's staring up at the moon. Then, out of nowhere, that angel pops back into his head, all, are you still looking at me? Chi sighs, muttering, time to log off and go knock on that dream gate again. Bro's stuck in an endless loop. Meanwhile, in another part of the city, it's chaos mode. Roars shake the streets, buildings tremble, and some gargantuan entities out here pulling aggro like a world boss. Red-cloaked agents are hot on its tail, moving like a DPS squad on a speedrun. Let's go, Night Watchers. One agent's yelling into a comm. Old Zhao, you there? On the other end, a cigarette-chomping badass confirms 3 signposts are locked in. Time to pop off. Old Zhao activates his forbidden ruins. He slaps the ground and boom beams of light shoot up, trapping the beast in a neon labyrinth. A woman steps up, yanking off her hood like a total savage. Don't even try, big guy. This array's got you locked down, she declares. Operations live. Time to clap this mob. The scene opens on Lin Chi's first day of high school, and this guy's walking through the courtyard with confidence, blindfold and all, ready to tackle whatever this new adventure brings. Some girls notice him and can't help but whisper, wow, this guy's so handsome. Look at him. Yeah, Chi's blindfold doesn't dim his main character energy. He's got this calm, composed vibe, like he's ready to breeze through high school from day one. First day, no sweat for this guy. In class, the teacher steps up and says, all right, everyone, meet Chi, our new transfer student. Let's give him a warm welcome. Gotta say, the teacher's setting a supportive tone, rallying the class to help our guy out. But let's be honest, fitting in as a blind transfer student, that's no easy task, and Chi doesn't have an obvious advantage to smooth the way. Or does he? Here comes Yang Chan, the class leader and total star, stepping in with a friendly, hey Chi, I've got your back. She guides him to his seat like a natural leader. What a champ. But here's the thing. Chi's picking up on something odd. Everyone's being super kind, like they're all part of some secret plan. He's thinking, okay, this feels unusual. What's going on? And just offers a quick thanks. Smart move, staying cautious, right? After class, whoa, a bunch of classmates swarm him, curious and eager to chat. Cheese like, okay, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but give me a second to catch up. It's a bit much, but he's handling it like a pro. Jiangchen jumps in again, introducing everyone smoothly while Li Yifei offers, hey, I'll show you the cafeteria, let's grab some food. Total team player vibes, you love to see it. Chi's mind is racing now like, why is everyone acting so friendly? Do they know me or something? He's genuinely confused and I'm here for this mystery. Plot twist. Turns out his aunt pulled off a genius move. She visited the school a few days ago, handing out candies like a quest-giving NPC and sharing a heartfelt plea. Chi's a great kid, just misunderstood. Please look out for him. Man, his aunt's got some serious charm. Chi's like, oh, that explains the warm welcome. Clever play, auntie, clever play. Now Chi's feeling the weight of his aunt's efforts. She went all out to set him up for success, and he's thinking, all right, I'm not letting her down. Time to step up. That's the main character spirit we're rooting for. Chi tunes in to the teacher's history lesson. Over 100 years ago, a mysterious fog swept through and nearly wiped out Earth. No one could get through the fog, and communication with other countries were also cut off. No one knew if they were the only survivors or not. Meanwhile, deep in the city's underground sewers, things are getting intense. Something creepy stirring, and boom, a terrifying beast appears out of nowhere. This thing's got serious power, ready to cause chaos. But don't count out the fighters yet. A red slash cuts through the air, fast and deadly. That's Hong Ying, a total powerhouse with her blade. She's shouting, take them all down, don't let any get away, like she's leading the charge in a boss battle. Hong Ying's got her team, including Wen Qimo, the Night Watcher, backing her up like a solid support unit. They're sealing off the sewer, trapping the creatures with no escape. Teamwork makes the dream work. Hong Ying slicing through enemies with lightning-fast strikes, like her attacks have no cooldown. She's clearing the field, declaring, no matter how many show up, they're no match for me. That's some serious confidence. But then, trouble hits. Wen Qimo tries to warn her, but it's too late. A massive monster sneaks up and lands a devastating blow. Hong Ying's sent flying, bloodied and in bad shape. She hits the ground hard and her team's panicking like, no way, our starfighter's down. What a shocking turn. Hong Ying's hurt but not giving up, dragging herself to her communicator. She's groaning, we misjudged this mission, need backup, barely holding on. That's some real determination. Her team's calling out for a status update, but the silence? Yeah, that's got some serious cliffhanger vibes. Talk about a tense moment. It's later that day, and Lin Chi's crew is heading home from school, chatting about some creepy urban legend. Word on the street, straight from the classic friend of a friend grapevine, is there's a serial killer lurking in the old town. Spooky vibes, anyone? As they're walking, Chi catches a nasty whiff of something rotten, like a straight-up corpse stench. He's thinking, nah, no way, something that gross would be all over the news by now. Gotta stay rational, right? But hold up, his friend starts sniffing it too, and now everyone's on edge. Something's definitely not right. Curiosity gets the better of them, and they're like, let's check it out. Classic horror movie move, folks. One of the squad pulls out their phones shouting, yo, let me light this place up. Time to shine some light on this mystery. But oh man. The phone's flashlight reveals a nightmare, a mangled body floating in the air like some twisted glitch. The sight hits the group like a truck and they're scrambling to get out of there. Looming over the carnage is the culprit, a monstrous beast that's all kinds of bad news. This thing's giving off serious boss battle energy. The creature lets out a bone-chilling roar and charges at the fleeing students. One of the boys yells, don't just stand there, run, and it's pure chaos. In the panic, poor Chi gets shoved aside, left eating dust. Tough break, man. Now he's at the back of the pack, and he can feel the monster's hot breath right behind him. It takes every bit of grit not to look back. Talk about a high-stakes sprint. But this beast is fast, closing the gap like it's got a speed boost. One of the girls, in a clutch move, yeets her bag backward. Chi dodges just in time, and the bag smacks the creature, buying them a precious few seconds. Nice one. Chi and the last girl left are booking it toward the tunnel exit, hearts pounding. But plot twist. Another monster spawns right in front of them, chomping down on the girl before they can react. Chi's like, are you kidding me? Another one? He's cornered now, no choice but to throw hands. He swings his walking stick like a champ, cracking it right on the monster's head. Go, Chi! Sadly, our boy's not packing enough power, and the creature swipes him, slamming him into the rock wall like he's nothing. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. As he's reeling, he spots his friend Jiang Qin being devoured by the other beast. Jiang Qin, he screams, helpless and horrified. This is getting way too real. Another monster creeps up behind him, and Chi's world is crumbling. He's thinking, why is this happening again? For years he's dealt with being blind, getting labeled a psychopath, and just when life was looking up, these monsters crash the party. Talk about rotten luck. But Chi's not going down without a fight. I refuse to accept this. He roars, and boom, a fiery aura explodes around him like he's unlocking a hidden skill. He unleashes a massive attack, pure power radiating from him. This is the main character moment we've been waiting for. Meanwhile, far away, a mysterious figure's eyes snap open. It's an angel chilling on the moon. Did Chi's rage just trigger some cosmic wake-up call? Yo, that's next level. Blood splatters everywhere, Chi's blindfold falls to the ground and glowing eyes cut through the darkness. Then Chi goes full supernova, exploding in a massive ball of energy that shakes the entire city. Meanwhile, above ground, the area's on lockdown with no going beyond tape everywhere. A man's running through the city. Hong Ying, what's happening? He yells as he races through the streets. But bad news hits hard. A report comes in saying, the King of Ghost Masks ambushed us and Hong Ying's in rough shape. Oof, our girl's down and the squad's in trouble. Panic spreading like wildfire as they wonder how many of those creepy ghost masks escaped and if any made it to the residential zones. That's a nightmare waiting to happen. 3 are in the southwest toward the old town. The guy says he'll head there and cut them off. But hold the phone out of nowhere. A blinding golden light explodes from the sky, lighting up everything. The man's shook, wondering, is this the discovery of a new forbidden ruin? Even Hong Ying and the crew spot it. That's some serious juice. That must be equivalent to the 5th boundary, whatever that's supposed to mean. Then it hits them. Wait, it's breached the 6th boundary. Still don't know what that means, but the crew's floored that this kind of power's showing up in a small place like Kangnan. Over at HQ, a techie's scrambling with their gadgets, muttering, this ain't just any human's forbidden ruins, it's looking like god-tier ruins. Meanwhile, in the sewers of the old city, a new entity emerges. It's identified as God Code Dowo 3, the King of Angels, Michael, and he's taken over Lin Shi's body. It's been 10 years since I've seen this world up close, he smiles. Michael doesn't mess around. The creatures charge at him, but to him, they're moving in slow motion, like they forgot to level up their speed stat. Our boy's got insane reflexes and senses now, like he's doubled his stats across the board. He can sense everything in a 20-meter radius, making these monsters look like they're stuck in a laggy cutscene. He's tearing through them like a demigod on a warpath, no mercy. Michael's totally in control now, twirling Chi-Ai's walking stick like a spear. He's not just dodging, he's landing clean, lightning-fast strikes that hit like a truck. One by one, the beasts drop like they never stood a chance. Michael's out here cleaning house. But plot twist, something's off. Michael's face flashes with shock, and he's thinking, I can't move. His body's frozen like he's been hit with some kind of paralyzing debuff. What's going on? Panic creeps in as his powers start glitching out, leaving him vulnerable. Dude's in a tight spot now. Meanwhile, the creatures light up like they've just figured out the cheat code. They're confused but ready for round 2. Sensing that their opponent's in a weak spot, they lunge to attack. Chi's in deep trouble, caught off guard with his heart pounding like crazy. He's thinking, oh no, I can't dodge this. Things are looking grim. But hold up. Just when it seems like game over, a sizzling energy cuts through the air with a powerful swing. Talk about a clutch save. The tension's cranking up as an epic battle erupts, red lightning crackling all over the place. It's like the battlefield's alive with energy. Right as Chi's bracing for the worst, a mysterious figure swoops in with some slick, agile moves, flipping the fight in their favor. Who's this MVP? The newcomer's no joke, slicing through the creepy creatures like they're nothing. This guy's on a mission. The figure takes out the threats with ease and radios for the cleanup squad. Talk about carrying the team. With a cocky smirk, the guy turns to Chi and says, was that cool or what? Yo, this dude's confidence is off the charts. Chi's thrown for a loop, like, what's this guy's deal? Why is he talking to me? The vibes are super weird. The stranger tries to recruit him, all casual, like, join my team, kid, but Chi shuts it down fast. The guy's shocked, blurting out, why not? Dude, chill. Chi's not buying it, saying it's way too risky. The stranger, introducing himself as Zhao Kongcheng, keeps it cool and suggests they talk somewhere safer. Smooth move, Zhao. Chi's hesitant but mentions he needs to grab his bag first. Gotta stay practical, right? Zhao, puffing on a cigarette, waves him off like, hurry up, kid. Gotta love that laid-back attitude. But deep down, Zhao's wondering why his charm's not working on Chi. Is our boy immune to his riz or what? Later, Chi gets home and dodges a barrage of questions from his curious little cousin. He flips the script, making sure his bro's keeping up with homework. Big brother mode, activated, totally wiped out. Chi heads to bed, leaving his brother to wrap up. Man, what a day. He reassures his bro he's fine, tossing out a quick goodnight before crashing. But something's not right. His cousin picks up on it, a weird smell of blood hanging in the air. Chi locks himself in his room, replaying the day's insanity. First day of school and he's already dodging monsters and shady recruiters? That's too much. And that dude trying to recruit him was definitely no ordinary guy. Looks like he's part of a bigger monster fighting outfit. Chi's mind is spinning with questions, curious but super cautious about what secrets he might dig up. This guy's not about to jump into trouble blindly. Despite all the chaos, he's not chasing heroics. All he wants is a chill life, keeping his world steady. Relatable, right? He drifts off to sleep and then boom, he's yanked back into that creepy dream he's had for years, standing before those eerie gates. A storm's brewing, casting spooky shadows over an old building. It's giving major haunted vibes. For the past 5 years, Chi's been stuck facing a locked door in this dream, just accepting it as his fate. Rough deal, man. He reaches out for the gates. But wait, what's this? The door budges. It's unlocked now, and with some effort, Chi pushes it open. The creepy structure finally shows its true depths, and it's got all kinds of mysteries waiting. Yo, what's behind that door? As Chi walks in, he spots a super sinister sign that says, God's Asylum. Lin Chi steps inside, totally stunned that after 5 years of dreaming about this place, he's finally crossed the threshold. This is a huge moment, folks. He runs his hand along the worn wall as he walks in, his mind racing with thoughts. Something about this place feels heavy, like it's hiding some dark secrets. Sneaking a peek around a corner, he spots signs pointing to different wards. Yo, this place feels way too familiar, like the asylum he was once stuck in. Is this a dream or some kind of twisted memory? Spooky vibes alert. As he pushes deeper, his gut's telling him this dream is straight up bizarre. What's going on here? Just then, he stops at one corridor. This one looks different. He stops dead in front of a door covered in weird symbols, his brain going into overdrive. Wait, is a god really locked up in this asylum? He reaches for the handle and bam! A crazy, powerful rush of energy surges through him. Before he can even blink, a blinding flash of light explodes. In this new room, a mysterious woman's just chilling on a bed, all calm and quiet. Who's this lady, and why is she so large? He tries to play it cool, introducing himself all awkward, but she just ignores him. Suddenly, a notifications window appears. Because what's a manhwa without a proper notification window, right? Anyway, it's spilling all the deets. Patient's name is Nyx, a mythic goddess with some serious power and respect. And get this, he's supposed to cure her mental illness? He's like, hold up, a goddess with headspace issues? What's her deal? Still scratching his head, he's muttering possible mental health problems like he's prepping for a pop quiz. Gotta respect the effort, man. He asks Nyx if she can even understand him, hoping for some kind of hint, but her reaction? Totally wild. She leaps up, all hyped, calling him her child. Nyx's eyes are sparkling with happy tears as she shouts, I finally found you, my child. Chi's brain just crashes. He was raised by his aunt. He didn't actually know who his parents were. Could it be possible that she was really his mom? Chi entertains the thought. Nyx is beaming, pulling him into a huge hug, while Chi's floundering like, yo, pump the brakes. But, plot twist, she zooms past Chi as if he were invisible. She's going off now, grabbing random stuff and gushing over it like it's pure gold, leaving Chi even more lost. What is even happening? This isn't just weird, it's total mayhem. Chi's freaking out as Nyx starts rattling off names of other deities. Were these her children? Bam. Chi snaps awake in his bed, sweat dripping down, hand on his forehead. He mutters into the dark, how am I supposed to cure her? Man, he's wrestling with the most bonkers encounter yet. Later at school, students gossip about something juicy. What's the tea? Turns out Zhao Kongcheng's chilling just outside the school gates, looking not sus at all. Nah, he's got some high-stakes missions like hunting down Chi before anyone else snags him. Talk about a side quest. You can practically feel the tension rolling off Zhao's cigar-smoking silhouette. Dude's got that intense strategist vibe going strong. He's posted up, scanning the crowd with a mix of patience and where's my target energy, wondering why his plan's hitting a snag. The school gates close and Lin Chi's nowhere to be seen. The scene flips to a hospital where things are about to get deep. Inside, Chi's caught up in a heavy convo with his psychologist about his friend. He tells the doctor she's crying non-stop, like her emotions are dialed to 11. But Chi's looking lost, rattling off details with a mix of confusion and worry. Poor guy's trying to piece this puzzle together. The doc tells him this sounds severe and she needs to be brought to the hospital. No can do. Hospital treatment is not an option, Chi replies. Well, the doctor offers to give him some meds. What the heck? Is that even legal? But Chi is more concerned if real-life meds can be brought into his dream asylum. Stepping outside with his hopefully not prescription meds, Chi's deep in thought, doubting whether human pills can fix a goddess. But then, bam, he spots something that stops him cold, like he's just seen a ghost. What's got him spooked? It's Zhao Kongcheng who's been baking under the sun all morning waiting to catch him. This showdown's been a long time coming. The second Chi clocks Zhao, he's out of there. Boy bolts like his life depends on it, talk about a speedy escape. Chi's got some slick moves, dodging and weaving through the chase with ninja-level agility. Go Chi, go. But eventually he's cornered against a wall, nowhere left to run. Zhao's ready to grill him, and Chi's playing dumb, but Zhao ain't buying it. He's all business, practically dragging our boy along. You'll know when we get there. Zhao replies. Finally, they roll up to their secret spot, and get this, it's a love hotel. Chi's shocked. Yo, what's the vibe here? In a total curveball, he blurts out that he's got hemorrhoids. Zhao's stunned like, what do I do with that info? Talk about an awkward bombshell. The hotel staff's weirdly enthusiastic, making things even more uncomfortable. They're acting like they know the drill. Zhao, not helping, slaps down a request for a sensual and intense-themed room, cranking the awkwardness to max. Bro, read the room. Once they're inside, it's time to get serious. Zhao's got some big questions, and Chi better start talking. Then Zhao drops the ultimate bombshell. Have you met Michael? Yo, the King of Angels is back in the convo, and this question's a game-changer. Lin Chi is puzzled. Michael never said anything. Zhao Kongcheng's bewildered. Never heard his voice? That's odd, he exclaims. It's hinted that Michael is probably on the side of neutrality or goodness. Chi isn't interested in following anyone's orders, though. He's not about to get dragged into this mess, forbidden ruin or not. With a casual shrug, he turns to leave. Zhao, not ready to let him go, grabs his arm. Leaving so soon? Aren't you curious about us? He demands, surprised by Chi's indifference. The boy's response? A flat, not interested. The situation feels like one of those novels, he thinks. He'll probably end up forced into joining, or worse if he digs too deep. Concerned about the threat of harm for not participating, he is reassured by Zhao that he is safe and that a non-disclosure agreement must be signed. Chi sighs, agreeing to hear Zhao out. But the vibe's still tense. The man explains the history. After encountering Leviathan, the government formed a military unit to fend off mythical invaders. The team worked to establish relationships with the gods while preparing a group of highly trained fighters. Now, the organization is known as the Night Watchers. Zhao pitches the Night Watchers as heroes, protectors against gods and monsters. But Chi declines, still firm on staying out of it. He's got personal responsibilities, an aunt and cousin relying on him. Explaining further, Chi shares how his family sacrificed for him. He's determined to give them a better life. Going to school, earning money, that's his real mission. Protecting them and their home, that's what counts for him. What a hero, always putting others before himself. Zhao, surprisingly understanding, tells him to go home then, admitting he misjudged Chi. Chi's willing to sign the NDA after all. Seems like they found some common ground. Outside the window, the crescent moon gleams softly. Alone, Chi grumbles about this world of gods and monsters. Something odd falls out from his sweater pocket. He discovers something with Zhao Kongcheng's name on it, confused. Is this that dude's thing? He picked up the item inscribed with words, a bold motto, and suspected it belonged to the Night Watchers. Later that night, we're back in the asylum, and Chi's raiding the superintendent's office. Things are hurled through the air, slamming into the ground. Suddenly, Chi slips into doctor mode, ready to treat his patient. They're now in some kind of cafeteria, with Nyx calling him Hypnos. He's been researching Greek mythology, hoping he'll find a clue how to cure her. Nyx is an old and powerful Greek god with at least 20 kids. He suspects Nyx is overwhelmed by missing her children. Could that explain her sadness? Something must have happened to them. Noticing Nyx's vulnerability, he's struck by her reality. Even a powerful goddess is just a mother at heart. That resonates with him. Something clicks, and suddenly, Chi has a revelation. I know what to do now, he resolves. Lin Chi stares at Nyx for a moment. Then, bam, he rushes to her and embraces her, murmuring, "Mother, I'm back." Nyx's eyes snap open, and she drops the vase in shock. Nyx pulls him into a tight hug, whispering, "Welcome back, my child," and you can feel a spark of warmth light her up. This reunion's hitting all the right spots. Out of nowhere, a mysterious 3% completion pops up, like some cosmic quest just ticked forward. Progress, baby. Chi's face says it all. He's relieved, like things are finally starting to click. Nyx, in her soothing goddess voice, offers a weird drink, calling Chi the Natos. Meanwhile, Chi's messing with a status window. It's telling him that he's got a random reward. He reads the rewards on offer. Extraordinary reproduction. Chi's like, yo, what's that supposed to mean? Gotta love his confusion. Luckily, the wheel lands on Starry Night Dancer, and Chi's visibly relieved it's not the weird reproduction thing. Dodged a bullet there, man. Nyx suddenly hands him a bowl, and Starry Night Dancer lights up in glowing letters, dancing in the air like it's alive. That's some magical flair. Chi grabs it, and his hand starts glowing with straight-up otherworldly energy. Yo, this is a power-up moment. His whole body's buzzing, like his soul's getting a full-on upgrade flowing right to his fingertips. Talk about a glow-up. The power's no joke. At night, Chi's strength, speed, and reflexes crank up to superhero levels. Plus, get this, he can chat with nocturnal animals, and he's 5 times stronger than before. Yo, he's basically the city's new MVP. His fists clench, full of determination, as he vows to use this power to protect his family. That's the main character energy we stan. Then Nyx tries to lighten the mood, teasing about how Thanatos' younger brother misses him. Chi just nods to keep her happy, like, Sure, whatever you say, goddess. He spots a bottle of haloperidol in his hand and check this. The label says it's for gods. Yo, divine meds? That's wild. Chi's ready to bounce but promises Nyx he'll be back. Gotta keep the goddess chill, right? Pumped to uncover the truth, he swings open a grand door, ready for whatever's next. Stepping into a massive room, he's greeted by shelves packed with bottles in every direction. His shadow stretches long as he walks forward, all purpose and curiosity. This place is giving major mystery vibes. Chi pauses, looking around and mutters, "What is this?" The morning starts with the alarm beeping like it's got no chill. Rise and grind, right? Lin Chi pops out of bed feeling weirdly refreshed, like he's ready to crush the day. He heads downstairs, already deep in his thoughts, probably replaying that Wild Gods Asylum drama. His aunt's rushing out for work and Chi's like, "Auntie, you heading out this early?" She nods, muttering about new materials at the factory. "Busy lady." As she bolts, she yells back, "Eat breakfast with your brother." Classic aunt move, keeping the family fed. But then, whoa, Chi notices something wild. His eyesight's crystal clear, like he's seeing the world in HD for the first time. He's trying not to fist pump as she heads out, calling Auntie to get her attention. When he drops the bomb that he can see now, she loses it, tears of joy streaming down her face. This is a straight-up family miracle. They share a big hug, and it's all raw emotion. Heartwarming stuff, folks. His little cousin barges in, hyped out of his mind, and the whole fam's celebrating. Meanwhile, at school, everyone's buzzing about Chi's newly restored sight. Talk about stealing the spotlight. The classroom's going wild, shocked at how bright his eyes are. The girls are all over him, tossing compliments like, "Yo, you're glowing." Chi's basically a campus celeb now. But not everyone's sold. One girl's like, "Hold up, how'd his eyes heal that fast?" Gotta love the skeptics. Chi's quick on his feet, spinning a story about recent hospital visits. "Nice cover, man." During break, Liu Yuan and Li Yifei roll up, looking guilty as heck. They're apologizing for bailing on him back when things got crazy. Awkward vibes. Chi's super chill about it, laughing. "Running's normal, guys. Honestly, I'd probably sprint faster." Gotta love his laid-back philosophy. But then, things get weird. Liu Yuan mentions non-disclosure agreements and some secret group. Li Yifei's all starry-eyed, talking about joining this mysterious organization for the thrill of adventure. Dude's dreaming big, but Chi is not biting. He's like, "Nah, I'm not about that life. Too risky." He knows the dangers better than anyone after all that monster chaos. He lays it on thick, warning, "You'll end up alone in this world if you chase that." Talk about a reality check. Chi heads home, thinking it's just another normal evening. Think again. He steps inside and boom, there's Zhao Kongsheng chilling like he owns the place. How'd this guy even get in? Chi's like, "Seriously? What the heck?" Turns out Zhao's a sneaky one. He slipped a tracker in Chi-I's pocket. Shady move, man. Chi stands his ground, doubling down. "I said it before, I'm not interested." No way he's joining Zhao's crew. The tension's thick as Zhao slides a fat stack of cash across the table like money's gonna change his mind. Chi's not impressed. Zhao tries to play it cool, reaching for a cigarette, but Chi shuts it down fast. "I do mind," he snaps, flipping Zhao's smooth act on its head. "You tell him, Chi." Alright folks, we're diving into Zhao Kongsheng's past and a ticking time bomb of a mission, so let's get hyped. The scene kicks off with a gut punch flashback to Zhao's childhood. At 6, he lost his dad, leaving a hole that still stings. Tough start, man. His mom worked 2 jobs just to keep them afloat. Talk about a real hero. Despite the struggle, young Zhao crushed it in school, good enough to be a village head someday. Big potential. But nah, he went rogue, choosing the army over his mom's dreams for him. That goodbye still haunts him, his mom at the door, tears in her eyes, waving him off. You can feel the bittersweet weight of it. Zhao was all in, dreaming of stacking military medals and making her proud. Coming home with a chest full of shiny awards, that was his ultimate goal. Fast forward and Zhao's killing it in the special forces, climbing the ranks like a pro. Then the Night Watcher's gig came out of nowhere, spotting his killer combat skills. Talk about a plot twist. His old dream of a quiet village life, chilling with his mom, started fading fast. The Night Watchers became his new purpose. His whole world now revolves around the mission. Back to the present, Zhao's sitting with Lin Chi, laying it all out. He's like, "Kid, I see something in you. You've got potential." Mad respect from the vet, but throws in and out like, "It's okay if you want to stay with your family, just leave that saving the world stuff to us." Fair play, Zhao. He hands Chi a stack of cash to help with the bills, but Chi's proud, standing firm, saying, "No handouts for me. That's some serious backbone." Zhao protests that it's for his aunt. "No way Auntie's gonna take it." Chi pushes back. Dignity's their family vibe. Plus, Chi's got his eyesight back now, so he's feeling unstoppable. "I can protect my family," he says. All confidence. Zhao finally backs off, chuckling. "You're stubborn, kid, but I respect it." Gotta love that mutual respect moment. Outside, it's pouring rain and the air's electric as they say goodbye. Zhao wishes him well and heads off into the storm. Solid exit, man. Chi's aunt shows up, curious about the mystery guy. Who was that? She asks. Chi plays it cool, shrugging, just a plumber, no biggie. Yo, nice cover, but we know better. Zhao's no plumber, his badge screams trouble and he's deep in some serious business. Right then, his phone buzzes with an urgent call. Something big's going down. The king of ghost masks is on the move, and he's getting close. That's bad news, folks. Zhao's scrambling for intel, hearing about traces of blood left behind. Which way's this creep headed? It's a coin toss between Old City and downtown. High stakes either way. Zhao's already in Old City weighing the risky situation. This ain't looking good. New orders come in, evacuate the area, and do it fast. Hong Ying's got his back, but wait, didn't she get wrecked last time? Yup, Hong Ying's still recovering, so this mission's teetering on the edge. Downtown's a mess, way too many people, making evacuation feel like a pipe dream. If that masked king shows up here, it's gonna be a total disaster. One wrong move, and the whole city could pay the price. Talk about pressure. Zhao's in the thick of it, trying to stay sharp while chaos swirls around him. He's told to pull back, use a non-commandment space, whatever that is, to hold it back and wait for the main force. Rain's hammering down as he nears a truck. He knows a non-commandment space won't hold it back. This mission's no joke. If the King of Ghost Masks gets exposed to the public, it's gonna cause panic. Zhao's moving like a pro, leaping across rooftops with ninja-level precision. He's gotta clear the area as quickly as possible. Every jump's on point, every splash planned, but he pauses for a sec when he passes Chi's apartment. The kid's probably enjoying dinner right now. Then, whoa, a nasty whiff hits him like a brick. Corpse stench, Zhao's senses are screaming and he knows he's onto something. Jackpot! He's hot on the trail now, no doubt about it. Orders are flying. Activate non-commandment space, but never take on the king in solo battle. Zhao grits his teeth. A non-commandment space is useless if there isn't anyone inside it. Zhao's gut sinks. It's too late to evacuate everyone and he makes a decision. His teammate's voice cuts through, grounding him. We're not gods, Zhao. We can't save everyone. They're desperate not to lose another teammate to this monster. The reality of their limits stings. Zhao, don't go rogue, his teammate screams. He mutters, do you remember the oath we took, pausing for a rare moment. The sky rips open as the King of Ghost Masks surges forward, its monstrous roar shaking the air. This thing's a nightmare. Zhao's resolve is rock solid. He's not backing down, no matter who tries to stop him. Time to face this beast head-on. He dives into the fight, fury guiding every move as he clashes with this supernatural terror. Go Zhao, go. The battle's intense, with water ripples forming shields around him like some epic power-up. The non-commandment space kicks into high gear, pulling in power like never before. This is next level. Below, an ancient ruin stands quiet, watching the chaos unfold like it's seen it all before. Epic backdrop alert. Meanwhile, across town, things are super chill at Lin Chi's place. The family's having a cozy dinner, joking about it being a big day. No leftovers allowed. Chi snaps back to the moment, nodding at his aunt's gentle nudges. God, I love that family vibe. His little brother Ah Jin is growing like a weed and they're all, eat up kid. Ah Jin's mind wanders, but these moments keep them grounded. So wholesome. Outside, Chi picks up on something odd, chuckling about their dog's quirky name to lighten the mood. Gotta love a random pet tangent. He steps to the window grinning and asks the pup, what's got you so worked up, buddy? But that smile drops fast when he spots something creepy down below. Uh-oh, what's that? No time to think. Chi's out the door, urgency in his voice as he yells, Auntie, I gotta handle something, I'm heading out, dude's on the move. The rain's coming down like a flood, and Zhao's out here lighting a cigarette, grumbling, man, what a rotten day. Gotta love his vibe, even in a storm. He's squaring off against a monstrous beast glowing with this intense green aura. The captain's so powerful, he remarks, surveying the damage done to the beast. Looks like someone's been holding back when sparring with Zhao. Okay, I can't sleep on this one, says Zhao. Even a severely injured Chuan boundary monster is still gonna be a challenge. Every hit from this thing feels like getting smashed by a truck, but Zhao's not backing down, dude's got grit. He's fighting with everything he's got, but his sword's barely scratching the beast. It's like their power levels are from different universes. The creature swings back, sending Zhao sprawling, but he bounces back quick, adrenaline pumping like crazy. Blood's dripping from his wounds, and Zhao's out here wondering, what's the big deal with all this power anyway? Deep thoughts in the heat of battle. The beast lets out a roar that shakes the whole sky, and Zhao's heart's pounding with a mix of dread and let's do this energy. What a rush. Then, whoa, the ground beneath them starts warping. The monster has activated its forbidden ruins and it's messing with reality itself. This place is wild. Zhao's trying to roll with it, but it's pure chaos, throwing everything off. He braces himself, knowing one wrong move could be game over. High stakes, folks. The air's swirling with crazy power, and Zhao's feeling the fight slip out of his control. Things are getting dicey. Desperation's creeping in as he grips his sword tighter, blood streaking down his arm. Talk about intense. Taking a shaky breath, Zhao locks in, a fierce glint in his eyes. He's not going down easy. A voice in his head's like, hold steady, don't quit, and it's all the push he needs. Zhao's watching the beast's every move, ready to counter. Every attack's gotta count. They clash again, weapons locking in the middle of this stormy chaos. Sparks are flying. Zhao's brain is in overdrive, analyzing, planning. He's thinking, this forbidden ruin is no joke. This place is a death trap. He throws a taunt at the beast, smirking. Normally you'd have me by now, huh? Not today. Yo, that confidence is fire. Soaked to the bone, standing tall in the pouring rain, Zhao flashes a defiant grin. Because today it's raining, he says, like he's challenging the storm itself to bring it on. What a legend. Zhao's in midair, sword slashing as he connects with the beast. He mutters, not to flex, but if I had forbidden ruins, you'd be toast by now. Gotta love that confidence, Zhao. But uh-oh, his sword gets stuck, and his eyes go wide as the beast lunges. Talk about a bad break. Blood flies everywhere, and Zhao's sent crashing, hitting the ground hard. Kef. He's gasping, fighting through the pain of his injuries. This is rough, man. A flashback cuts in of the day he got his Night Watcher badge, when they were told that it wasn't just a symbol but also a last resort. The Ghost and God Summer embedded in the badge lets you trade a life for a massive burst of spiritual power. Heavy stuff. Back in the storm, Zhao's clutching the badge, wheezing. It's about time. He's ready to go all in, even if it's his last stand. Through the rain, a desperate shout rings out. It's Lin Qi yelling for Zhao to let him join the fight. Zhao's stunned, shouting, "Why are you here?" Zhao's voice booms through the storm. You can't help, kid. This is the king of ghost masks. You'll just end up dead. He's trying to scare Qi off, heroic, but way too reckless. Zhao's dead set on keeping the beast away from Qi's home, but our boy's not backing down. He's ready to jump in. Qi's stubborn, refusing to leave, and even throws out, "Yo, come to dinner at my place when we win this." Talk about optimism. Don't bother, Zhao coughs, stalling to buy time. He's hurting bad. Qi's voice cracks, pleading through the rain, "You can't do this alone." But the harsh truth hits. The only way Qi gets in the subspace is if Zhao dies. Oof, that's grim. The drizzle keeps falling, underlining the weight of it all. Tough call, man. It gets silent for a bit, and Zhao wonders if Qi finally bailed. Fingers crossed, right? Yeah, head back and leave this to us Night Watchers, he says, locking in on his choice. Duty first. As he preps to activate his Ghost and God Summoner, a sharp sting of finality hits him. This is it. His eyes flare red, brighter than a lightning bolt, as he growls, "I've waited for this day." Yo Zhao's ready to unleash everything. Power swirls around him, glowing with fierce light, like he's about to drop the ultimate attack. With a final earth-shaking roar, Zhao swings a massive, energy-dripping blade, shouting, "Obliterate Moon." It's an all-out strike to flip this battle for good. What a way to go out. Zhao's locked in a fierce face-off with a monstrous beast, and the tension's off the charts. His sword slices through the air with laser precision, hitting the beast with a vicious glow that lights up the night. The creature howls in pain as a severed limb drops with a heavy thud. That's gotta hurt. Zhao, cool as ever, smirks and mutters to himself, "Man, I'm too good at this," savoring that sweet moment of victory. But the beast isn't down for the count. It lashes out, desperate and wild. A crimson light cuts through the chaos, the clash of power turning the battlefield into a glowing spectacle. Talk about cinematic. The beast's clawed hands reach out, letting loose a scream that chills to the bone. Zhao's battered, clutching his side, barely holding it together but digging deep for the strength to keep going. Dude's tough as nails. He knows time's running out, panting, "Gotta end this quick," as he raises his blade for one last stand. Here we go. Activating his forbidden ruins, Zhao leaps into the fray, his blade dancing with the raw power of Obliterate Moon. It's a showstopper. Every move's a desperate push to fend off the beast's relentless attacks. This is do or die. The fight's brutal. The beast's strikes send Zhao sliding and tumbling across the ground. Ouch, that's rough. But Zhao evens the score, slicing off the beast's arm with a wild grin, chuckling through the chaos. That's our guy. Despite the pain, or maybe because he's too numb to feel it, Zhao's not done. Not by a long shot. The king of ghost masks is still a massive threat, cranking the stakes sky high. Zhao's face is all grit and determination as he sizes up his next move. He's not backing down. Out of nowhere, Lin Qi shows up, breaking the tension. Zhao's stunned like, "How'd you get here?" Qi shrugs, saying he just glared at it, and the portal opened. Yo, is that luck or destiny at work? Turns out his Starry Night Dancer and Seraph's divine power pulled it off, but it drains some serious spiritual energy. Big moves come at a cost. Zhao's still stubborn though, insisting, "I don't need your help, kid. I'm this close to finishing it." A quick clash of wills goes down. Zhao's all about going solo. Reality hits hard as Qi clocks Zhao's. "One more swing," Zhao mutters. "Duh-duh. You can help later," he says, his determination burning bright. Gotta respect that fire. Qi watches, heart racing, as Zhao steps up for his final stand. This is intense. His blade swings in a dramatic arc, obliterate Moon's energy surging like a tidal wave. Every move's fueled by desperation. This is his one shot at victory. And he's done it. The monster's head is cleanly sliced off. But Zhao's not stopping. His breath's ragged, his body's on the verge of collapse, but pure ferocity keeps him standing. Qi's watching, torn between awe and fear, knowing the heavy price of Zhao's all-out strike. "This is heavy, folks." Zhao's voice, weak but triumphant, cuts through. "I did it," he chuckles, gripping his badge, soaking in that final thrill of victory. Rain's pouring like it's trying to ruin everyone's day, but there's this one flame that flickers in the chaos. Old Zhao, the total legend, lights his cigarette with a smooth flick, totally unbothered by the downpour. This guy's cooler than a popsicle in a freezer. He's bragging about taking down the king of ghost masks with one epic swing. That's some serious big shot energy. Zhao's kicking back like he owns the place, just basking in his win. They're gonna make him general now. Lin Qiyi's not letting Zhao check out of the game just yet. The old man's still hyping himself up, proud as ever. Gotta respect the confidence. "Was that swing awesome?" Qiyi's calling it the coolest thing he's ever seen, but tears are streaming down his face. Suddenly the cigarette drops, and just like that, old Zhao is gone. Qiyi kneels by Zhao. There's only silence with the rain as a backdrop. Through his tears he tells Zhao, "You're wrong. Death isn't what I'm afraid of." Behind him the monster starts resurrecting. Qiyi's lost in thought. It's not death he fears, actually. He was a blind kid thrown in an asylum. He doesn't fear death. Back then he was tempted to give up many times, but his family's warm support always pulled him through. They're his real MVPs. Qiyi keeps it chill, hating to owe anyone, but let's be honest. Zhao's the guy who totally changed his life script. Big shout out. "How can I ever repay you, old Zhao?" Qiyi asks. Then he pulls out old Zhao's sword, ready to face the king of ghost masks again. Qiyi dives into the fight, pulling off his Starry Night Dancer move. Each swings like a burst of fireworks, lighting up the battlefield. Total showstopper. He's aiming straight for the monster's core, bet that's its weak spot. The fight's intense, folks. Qiyi's tossing shade at the differences in their powers while his sword clashes. No holding back now. Qiyi's like, "One hit not enough? Fine, I'll bring 100. He's going all in, swinging like there's no tomorrow. Cracks start splitting the beast's core. Qiyi's fired up, each strike chipping away at this monster. He's on a mission to blast it into next week with pure determination. Talk about going for the knockout. With one final push, he plunges the sword into the monster's core. He unleashes his power that cuts through the madness like a hot knife through butter. Talk about owning the spotlight. He's thrown off by the sheer force. Then the beast lets out a screech and explodes. That's straight up nightmare fuel. With the battle done, Qiyi lands, pulls out his sword from the monster's remains. This dude's practically glowing with raw power, main character vibes on max. He's panting, totally wiped. That was close. His strength are already at its limits. He's thankful old Zhao had already weakened the monster so much during their battle. In his life, he's only ever had 3 people who had his back. His aunt, his little cousin, and this old geezer who just saved his family. No tapping out yet. Zhao's leaning on Qiyi's shoulder, rain pouring like it's got a personal grudge. This scene's dramatic as heck. Qiyi's beat up, but he perseveres, carrying Zhao's body. Qiyi promises, "You saved my world, so I'll pay you back by saving your world for 10 years. Just when it's looking rough, the backup squad rolls in. They stop in their tracks when they realize that only one of them was alive. Qiyi, exhausted with tears rolling down his cheeks. This is Lin Qiyi, returning in triumph with General Zhao Kansheng. Later, things chill out. Back home, Qiyi's aunt and cousin are scarfing down their dinner. His aunt can't believe he just ran out in the middle of dinner. But hey, it's all part of growing up, she smiles. A few days later, the city's alive, humming under wide skies and towering skyscrapers. Regular folks are out there living their lives, totally unaware of the insane drama that just went down. Old Zhao has been laid to rest, and Qiyi's down at the Night Watcher office. The guy behind the desk asks, "So you're the guy that Zhao found? The Seraph's agent Lin Qiyi, right?" "Yes," Qiyi replies with confidence. Qiyi's standing tall in front of a skeptical crowd, getting grilled like a burger on the 4th of July about Zhao Kongsheng's legendary showdown with the King of Ghost Masks. These folks want the tea, and Qiyi's serving it hot. Flashback to that eerie battle scene, total chaos. In the end, Zhao and the king went full kamikaze, wiping each other out. Enter Wu Xiangnan, co-leader of Team 136, looking like he just saw a plot twist in his favorite show. He's baffled, wondering how Chi-Yi was even able to enter a non-commandment space. Chi-Yi just smiles. I glared at it, and it opened up. The room's buzzing now as they dive into Zhao's epic duel. Chi-Yi tells them that Zhao sliced the King of Ghost Mask's head clean off with one slick forbidden move, unleashing a crescent moon of pure dazzle. But dude's straight up lying to them, but why? The crowd's jaws are on the floor, crescent shape. That must be obliterate moon, and Zhao must have used his summoner to active his forbidden ruins. Hong Ying sadly reflects on Zhao's vibe. That old geezer would have totally bragged about his forbidden ruins by now. Now everyone's sad again, remembering that Zhao's gone now. Things lighten up as the squad rolls out intros like they're the Avengers assembling. Wu Xiangnan, the team leader, steps up, followed by Chen Muye, the captain, both ready to lead the charge. This lineup's giving hero vibes. Then there's Hong Ying, the assault striker, strutting in like the ultimate attack star, total powerhouse energy. Wen Kimo slides in with chill support wing vibes, keeping things smooth. So Xiaonan's got battle support locked, and she's also the team's medic, while Leng Xuan's sniping from afar. This crew's geared up and ready to roll. But wait, plot twist. Wu drops a bombshell about weird burns on the King of Ghost Masks. Everyone's like, hold up, what's the deal? The spotlight swings back to Chi-Yi, who's got a spill why he's signing up for the Night Watchers. It's all about paying back Zhao, vowing a solid 10 years of service. But Wu Xingnan protests, saying Night Watchers aren't some community volunteer patrol you can just leave easily like that. Chi-Yi? Totally unfazed. He's like, I'll handle that part. It's on me if I can't leave after 10 years. Chen Muyi chuckles. If that's the case, I'll hand in your application right away. Training starts in a month's time. You'll spend a year as a rookie learning everything you need to know. Before the training camp, you'll only be counted as a temporary teammate. Fine with me, Chi-Yi replies. Plot twist though, no food or housing included. Oof, talk about a rough start. Cue the mini panic mode. Chi-Yi's stressing about where he's gonna sleep, but then Hong Ying, one of his new squad mates, swoops in like a total lifesaver. Yo, you can bunk at my place, she says. Clutch move. But then, Kimo diverts the conversation away and offers to show him around. Then, out of nowhere, this teammate gets all serious, asking Chi-Yi for a favor. Big moment? Nope. Dude's just in love and begs to crash at Hong Ying's too. Chi-Yi's speechless at this, and Chimo takes it back. Just kidding, buddy. Don't panic. If you have any questions, just ask me, okay? Yeah, nah, he was definitely serious, Chi-Yi thinks to himself. The conversation shifts to the team. Why are there only 6 people in a team? His teammate breaks it down. This ain't your average clunky military setup. Those big ops move slower than a snail in molasses. Night Watchers, they're all about speed and getting stuff done. No lag time. If mythical creatures pop off in the city, and you need to act now rather than wait for HQ orders. With regular military, you're waiting days just to get the green light. Total snooze fest. In a world where every second counts, that could cost lives. So each city's got its own rapid response crew, and Team 136 is holding it down for Kangmin City. They're basically the MVPs of this zone. Chi's starting to piece it together. Everyone's got a specialized role in the team, from support to shot callers. Yeah, and when things get out of control, there are 4 special forces ready to step in. And above them there are 5 legendary badasses: the swordsman, the knight, the honorable, the void, the pedagogue. These folks? Straight up superhuman. Chi rolls up to the spot marked on his map, and whoa, it's like stepping into a nature documentary. Lush greenery everywhere, total postcard vibes. He stops dead in his tracks, staring at this massive mansion. Hold up, Hong Ying's a legit rich lady, he mutters, jaw practically on the floor. This place is fancy with a capital F. Hong Ying bounds down the stairs, all hyped up, yelling, coming, coming, like she's racing to beat a world record. Talk about a warm welcome. She flashes a big grin, poking fun at Chi-Yi for being late. He's a little flustered, stumbling over his words like he forgot his lines. Smooth, bro. Hong Ying laughs, joking that the house is a bit of a disaster zone as she helps him settle in and hands him some bunny slippers. Gotta get comfy, right? Out of nowhere, Si Xiaonan, another night watcher, pops her head in, asking about Hong Ying. Surprise cameo. Chi-Yi's shook. This is turning into a full-on squad reunion. Hong Ying explains that Xiaonan crashes with her because dorm life just ain't her thing. Fair enough. They start the grand tour of the mansion, with Hong Ying chatting about her parents who are never around. Casual flex on the big house though. Things get heavy for a sec when Hong Ying drops that her parents vanished 5 years ago in some mysterious mist. Chi-Yi stays quiet, feeling the weight of that bombshell. Oof, that's a plot twist. She shows him his room, pointing out the basics: towels, toothbrush, you know the drill, and lays down some house rules: knock first before entering our rooms. Then Hong Ying flips to serious mode, giving Chi-Yi a stern look. And don't try anything shady or my spear's got your name on it, she warns. Yikes, she's not messing around. Chi-Yi, sweating a bit, awkwardly asks for a pen and paper to change the subject. Nice save, dude. Meanwhile, the scene cuts to Chi-Yi's aunt's apartment. Two night watchers are at her door. Chi-Yi's aunt opens the door, expecting to see him. They ask if she's Chi-Yi's guardian, flashing some official vibes as military officers here to talk about recruits joining the army. Big news alert. Mrs. Wang's face says it all. Total confusion with a side of worry when she hears Chi-Yi's name tied to the army. So Mrs. Wang is staring at this letter and get this, it's asking, join the army? Talk about a bombshell, right? His aunt's completely blindsided going, he never said a word about this before. But then his little cousin chimes in saying Chi-Yi actually told him it was his biggest dream. Apparently it was just those eye issues holding him back for a bit. Little cuzzy's got your back, Chi-Yi. Man, his aunt is still a wreck, totally worried sick about him. But when Shimo tells her there's no need to worry, the doctor straight up said that no problems with his eyes would ever pop up again. Then Chen Muyi hands her Lin Shi's army subsidy. She's looking at it like, whoa, this is way too much cash. But the Night Watcher explains it's all part of a new policy to boost soldier welfare, so Lin Shi's team gets these special subsidies. But she's still super anxious, immediately asking if this means he's going to be in danger. Then boom, she unloads a barrage of questions. Where's he stationed? Is it far away? Is it going to be cold there? And most importantly, is it safe? Chimo, trying to keep cool, assures her everything's totally fine. Once they're outside, the he breathes out and admits that dealing with concerned aunts was more exhausting than an actual mission. Muyu updates Chi-Yi that they managed to convince her and she accepted the cash. Chi-Yi lets out a massive sigh of relief. It turns out that cash is their prepaid salary for a whole year. When Shimo then asks, hey, what about you? Chi-Yi just tells him he'll figure it out. It's only for a year after all. Chen Muyi suddenly then tells Chi-Yi that if he's not busy, he can swing by the office for meals. Chi-Yi's like, wait, I thought you guys didn't provide food, and the captain admits, well, not usually, just only when he's cooking. Ah, did the captain pity him because he's broke? Chi-Yi's touched. Then the Night Watchers hop in their car and take off. Next thing, Chi-Yi gives his aunt a call. Turns out his aunt is pretty ticked off that he didn't spill the beans about joining the army sooner. He quickly apologizes for that. That night over at the Dream World, Nyx is just chilling out on a swing, looking happy, even humming a tune. Then Chi-Yi in a doctor's coat strolls up to her. She seems pretty stoked to see him, even calling him my child. He smiles back, holding out a bottle of pills and saying, time for some medicine. He tells her that once she finishes this course of meds, all her children will come back. So Nyx just pops the pills and swallows them down. Then Chi-Yi takes a seat next to her on the swings and sighs deeply. Something bothering you, child? She asks, offering some tea out of nowhere. He kind of shrugs it off with an, I guess, so she's like, all right, I'll give you a gift then. She pulls out this bracelet and offers it to her, saying if he puts it on, he can, but before she can finish, she's like, huh? And then Nyx looks down and realizes her own bracelet is gone. Nyx suddenly has a light bulb moment. Oh shoot, now I remember, and get this, she drops a huge bombshell, someone else actually won her bracelet from her. Chi is completely floored, asking if some god swiped it or something, but Nyx sets him straight, saying it was not a god, she was similar to him. Chi just cannot wrap his head around it, someone else was here before him. And they actually managed to win Nyx's bracelet too. He is thinking, no way, does this mean I am not the only owner of this place? Then it hits him that other person was here 5 whole years ago. So Chi asks Nyx if she can remember what this girl looked like, and Nyx describes her as a pretty black-haired girl, maybe around 12 or 13 years old, with some kind of weird symbol on her hand. Chi is burning with questions like how did she even win the bracelet and what kind of contest were they in anyway. Nyx explains they had a creation battle. If Nyx won, she would get her kids back, but if she lost, she had to give up her precious bracelet. Man, Chi is stunned that Nyx actually lost to someone. Chi asks if she remembers the girl's name. Nyx says her surname is G, and Chi just echoes, G. He rushes inside the asylum. He figures if this girl really was here, there have got to be some clues left behind. So where is it then? He starts searching, and bam, finds some kind of notebook taped under the desk. Oh bingo, found it. Inside, Chi discovers a letter, and he is like, yikes, this handwriting is something else. So the letter goes something like this. Dear someone, I do not know who you are, but I know you are the real owner of this place. By the time you find this letter, many years will have gone by. Please do not laugh at my handwriting because I am still little when I wrote this. I am sorry for using your asylum for a bit, but please do not blame me because I have given it back. Also, I borrowed something from your patient. I will give it back when I find you again, I promise. Lastly, just a heads up, there is also a space below this office. When I grow up, I will come look for you, stranger, because you are my only hope of getting home. Bye-bye from Genian. And he mutters to himself, man, there are way more secrets hidden in this asylum. Sure enough, Chi uncovers a hidden passage right under the floor. He wastes no time and starts heading down the steps. And what does he find? Chi quickly realizes this place is actually a prison. He looks around thinking, no one is here, and starts to wonder if it is just some old deserted prison. But then, he spots someone lurking behind bars, and his eyes widen in surprise and horror. It's the king of ghost masks, and he's just chilling behind bars, radiating big bad boss vibes. Out of nowhere, the beast roars and charges. Chi's like, why is this dude here in the asylum in my dreams? So many mysteries to this place. Suddenly, a holographic message pops up, because what's a manhwa without a notification window, right? It gives Chi options for the king's soul: 1, nuke it for good, or 2, tame it and turn it into a worker in the asylum. Talk about a wild career change. Chi gears are turning. Aside from holding 6 mysterious prisoners, this asylum has the power to take souls and lock them in here. Get this. Mythical creatures he kills end up locked up in here, and he can choose if he wanted to make them work for him here. That's some next-level Pokemon energy. He's dreaming big now. Does this include gods? Imagine hiring a deity for the squad. Like if he takes down a real god, could he put it on payroll? That's the kind of crazy Chi-Yi's cooking up. The Ghost King's not impressed, glaring at Chi-Yi with eyes that scream, "Try me." Scary stuff. But then the ghost drops to its knees like it's begging for a job interview. Who's the boss now? Seems like you finally know your place. Chi-Yi's smirking. He's gotta admit, this monster's got some serious muscle, perfect for heavy lifting on the job. Labor material for sure. It's really a shame, he murmurs. You're not welcome in my asylum. Then he unleashes a massive energy blast. Boom! The Ghost King's toast, gone in a puff of smoke. That's revenge for killing old Zhao. Chi-Yi watches it fade and he walks away. Next day, he's at the Night Watcher HQ. Chi-Yi overhears someone yapping about a monster. He grips the railing, tension spiking like he's about to face another boss fight. Deep breaths, man. A voice shouts, "You wouldn't believe it if I told you. Oh, this better be good." Chi-Yi peeks in and sees a lady in full panic mode freaking out about her husband acting weird. Not himself at all. Get this. The guy stopped holding her hand. Suspicious much? Keep going, ma'am, they urge, ready for the drama. Spill the tea. She's convinced it's an affair, with some sneaky vixen in the mix. Ooh, scandal alert. Chi-Yi's standing there totally thrown. This is not the monster story he was bracing for. The team's all, "Don't worry, we got this," sounding super confident. Case closed. They wave her off with a cheery, "Take care." Smooth exit. Chi-Yi's like, "What's the deal?" And they just shrug. Normal work stuff. Just another day at the office, huh? Then they pull him into a chat. Turns out, in Kangen City, monster events happen maybe 5 to 6 times a year. Usually they're out solving local mysteries on the side, sometimes even pocketing a little cash. And if they're lucky enough, maybe they'll stumble on some monsters. And that includes investigating an old geezer's romantic entanglements? Chi-Yi deadpans. That's just part of work. Hong-Ying chuckles. Chi-Yi's a bit hesitant but signs on, sighing like he's ready to roll with the chaos. Before they leave, Hong-Ying drops a quick heads up. "Captain wants you at the training ground." Chi-Yi nods, all determined, ready to keep pushing forward like the champ he is. He rolls up to the training room. The captain's already there, totally zoned in like full-on meditation mode, radiating some serious focus. "You know the vibes. You're here," Chief Muyi declares, opening his eyes. And bam! Out of nowhere, Chi-Yi gets a sword tossed his way. My dude was not expecting that, you could see it on his face. The captain is like, "Chill, it is just a loner for now. Think of it as a placeholder, a symbol, until you are officially on the squad after you ace this training arc." But hold up. Chi-Yi spots something huge. This ain't just any blade. This sword belonged to Zhao Kongsheng, and let me tell you, that name carries some serious emotional attachments. The captain quickly reassures him, "Old Zhao himself picked you for this kid, so you take care of his sword." It's only a month before training camp starts. Chen Muyi is determined to teach him the basic skills so he doesn't embarrass himself. And boom, training is about to get absolutely brutal. The captain drops the schedule and it is insane. We are talking sword fighting at the crack of dawn, diving into forbidden ruins in the afternoon with Wen Kimo, and then some firearms tactics with Leng Xuan. No sleep for the wicked, right? Chi-Yi is legit stunned by how real this sword feels. He is like, "Hold on, why aren't we using a practice sword? This thing could actually do some damage." And the captain's response? Stone cold. "Doesn't matter. It's all the same to me." So Chi-Yi, trying to channel his inner Chad, yells out, "All right, I am coming for you," hyping himself up for the beatdown. And it is on. They clash. The captain is just standing there completely unfazed like a total boss. Meanwhile, Chi-Yi, fueled by pure determination, launches a super fast charge. But whoops, it is pure chaos. Our boy Chi-Yi goes full Leroy Jenkins and face plants right into a pile of boxes. His energy bar is probably flashing red already, stamina draining super fast. The captain, looking like an absolute unit surrounded by this insane fiery aura, just barks, "Get up. Try again, no mercy from this guy." But you gotta love Chi-Yi's spirit. He is actually smiling through all the sweat and dirt. Even though he is getting absolutely wrecked, he is not giving up. That is our MC. And that is the rhythm of this training montage, folks. The sound of clashing steel and the captain just yelling again, over and over, pushing Chi-Yi past his limits. This is some serious grinding. Okay, sparring session finally over and Chi-Yi is getting patched up by Wen Kimo. And the dude is like, "Yo, you have actually got some serious talent, man." Recognizing our boy's potential even after that beatdown. Then he starts sharing war stories about his own brutal sparring sessions with the captain. Turns out, getting demolished by the boss is basically a rite of passage around here. Classic. Seriously, sparring with the captain is no joke. The guy's attacks are just relentless, pure DPS output with no cooldowns. Chi-Yi is definitely feeling it, gritting his teeth and realizing this whole trial by fire training is way tougher than any tutorial level. This is the real deal. Even if it was just training, Chi-Yi didn't think the captain was going easy on him at all. So Chi-Yi's face is looking a little like a punching bag right now. Then the conversation shifts, and they start talking about Hong Ying. Apparently she is a beast of a fighter too. She's the only one who can go up against the captain. Another badass on the team? Yes, please. What about Zhao Kongsheng? Chi-Yi asks. I'd say they're just about equal with the captain, Kimo replies. Impressive. So our boy Chi-Yi is all bandaged up but definitely not broken. Now that his PE class is over, they can get into Forbidden Ruins. How far can your ability reach now? Chimo asks. I can sense anything around a 20-meter radius, Chi-Yi declares. But then suddenly, the bros are distracted. And who walks in? It's Hong Ying. She makes her entrance and bam, the whole vibe shifts. Her presence is super commanding, and her gaze, it is like lasers cutting right through the room. Talk about an entrance. She's walking with total purpose, and you better believe Chi-Yi and Kimo are staring, probably a little too obviously. Can you blame them though? Kimo looks at him expectantly. Okay, fine, it's white, Chi-Yi finally declares. Ooh, cryptic, what's that mean? And Kimo just gives him this big thumbs up. Bro, camaraderie just hit max level. Alright, back to business. So our boy Lin Chi-Yi is about to get a serious info dump, a crash course on Forbidden Ruins sequence. When Kimo starts breaking it all down, and get this, the sequence number is basically the danger level of these ruins, like a difficulty setting in a game. So the higher the number, the more chill it is. Anything over 600, practically a walk in the park, super low threat. Sequences from 400 to 599 are less hardcore, but they've still got their uses, you know? But man, when those numbers start dropping, things get super sketchy. Hit 200 and you're talking serious threats, the kind that can cause some major citywide panic. Then you've got sequences 90 to 199 classified as high-risk forbidden zones, total danger zones. And their captain, this absolute unit Chen Muyi, is like a 1 in a million type, rocking sequences with insane off-the-charts power. Anything below 89? Bro, we're talking god-tier dangerous, stuff that's way beyond what normal humans can handle, capable of straight-up leveling entire cities, total annihilation. Apparently, since old Zhao had awakened number 83 Obliterate Moon, he would have shot up to general rank if he were still here. Our MC, Chi-Yi, is just soaking all this info in, probably trying to process these insane stakes. Mind blown. Kimo now checks Chi-Yi's Forbidden Ruins. And boom. Sequence 003, with the epic title Holy Mortal, is what Chi-Yi's power is called. But he gets a stern warning straight up, don't let it get to your head. Turns out, this sequence 003 belongs to the Seraph and not to Chi-Yi. So what does that mean? That my powers aren't complete yet? He asks. It's revealed his main stats are in sensing and predicting things like Spidey Sense on steroids, and he can wield the Seraph's power from time to time. So it's either the Seraph gave him only a small part of his power, the tower, adores, Chi-Yi just doesn't even know the full extent of his own broken abilities yet. He's just chilling, staying quiet, probably trying to feel out this new strength, getting in tune with his inner power. The plan is, through this intense training, Chi-Yi's gonna fully integrate these abilities, make them a part of him like a permanent buff. So he follows Kimo down this super sleek, high-tech corridor. You know the type, very sci-fi, very cool. They walk into this futuristic room, and bam, warning time, he's gotta dodge rubber bullets, a serious test for his sensing and dynamic movement. This is where things get absolutely wild, folks, a real trial by fire. The trainer just taps his phone and boom, it's on. Getting ready to unleash the pain. And they're starting him off easy, right? Nope, 50 shots per second, 50 per second. That's not a warm-up, that's a bullet hell. Chi-Yi's danger senses are tingling like crazy. He can just feel the impending chaos like a storm's about to hit. And his unease is skyrocketing because, check this, there's an insane number of guns just surrounding him. He's completely boxed in. Well, in real life, bullets will come at you from all angles, Kimo declares. The stakes just went through the freaking roof. No pressure, Chi-Yi, no pressure at all, right? You can see the shock on Chi-Yi's face. It's written all over him. Dude looks like he's seen a ghost. The intensity is real. He jumps into action, trying to avoid all barrage of bullets. Meanwhile, the trainer just grunts a little, watching this whole crazy situation unfold, probably thinking, let's see what you got, kid. Rubber bullets are flying everywhere, zipping through the air. It looks like an absolutely impossible task. Seriously, how is anyone supposed to dodge that rain of pain? It's just relentless, non-stop action, and Chi-Yi is right in the thick of it, a total storm of projectiles. But then, somewhere in all that chaos, our boy has an epiphany. He realizes the point of this absolute madness. It's all designed to push him past his limits, to force a level up. Just then, all the machines power up again, gearing up for another round. But even then, Chi-Yi can't hold it in and just yells out, "Why do I have to get beaten up again? Haha, poor guy always getting the rough end of the training stick." And outside the room, you just know the trainer's got this massive grin plastered on his face, hearing the rookie's totally understandable frustration. Classic tough love. The school building is looking pretty epic, bathed in this soft orange glow. Yep, school's officially out for the day, so we see a boy, Lai Yifei, strolling through some trees, totally zoned out like he's grinding for a new quest in his head or something. Then his buddy rolls up, totally shattering the peace. "Yo, Lai Yifei, what's with the slow-mo walk?" he jokes. Yifei kinda snaps out of it. Yeah, I'm coming, trying to play it cool like his brain wasn't just AFK. But his friend keeps poking, "Dude, why are you so jumpy about this so-called murderer on the loose? Chill out, it's probably nothing," he says. Famous last words, am I right? And the teasing continues. His friend's basically calling him a scaredy cat, wondering if he gets spooked that easily. You can practically see the steam shooting out of Yifei's ears. "You just wouldn't get it," Yifei mutters, "and check this out. His hand has this weird red mark on it. What's that about?" So, he pulls a classic dodge maneuver, changing the subject and trying to get them all to just head home already. But then, plot twist, Yifei suddenly freezes, like a light bulb just went off over his head. "Bruh, what is it now?" his friend asks, probably thinking Yifei's lagging again. "I forgot my key," Yifei yells, ditching his friends who are just standing there totally confused and of course making fun of him. And boom, the whole vibe changes. The trees are whispering, the wind's picking up. Classic horror movie setup. Now he's all alone. Yifei stops and just soaks it in. You can feel that gnawing tension, something big is about to go down. His next moves are super calculated. What is our boy planning? He then sneaks back into the school. His heart is probably hammering like a drum solo as he scans the room. You could cut the suspense with a knife, folks. Inside, it's all empty classrooms with that late afternoon sun streaming in. But something has got Yifei seriously on edge. His spidey senses are tingling, and then bam! His danger senses just go into overdrive. Someone's coming? He totally tenses up, looking like he's ready to hit the sprint button and get out of there. But nope, he pushes on, silently moving to get a better look. He's in full-on detective mode now. He's watching, he's waiting, and you can hear those footsteps echoing down the hall. Who could it be? And it's the academic director and the Chinese class rep. Okay, not exactly the epic boss battle we were bracing for, I'll admit, but hold up. What really grabs his attention is this super sneaky hand grab between them. Yifei's probably thinking, "Wait, what? This just got interesting. Director, come over here for a second," she says, all casual like it's no big deal at all. Red flags are popping up all over Yifei's mind. Something about this whole situation feels super off, like a glitch in the Matrix. They walk into the room and their shadows stretch out all long and creepy, like actual ghosts. Spooky. The director looks totally clueless. "Hey, what's wrong?" he asks. Bro has no idea what's coming. And then, she drops the freaking bomb. "I have some things to tell you," she starts, with this super dramatic pause. Oh, here we go. Cue Yifei's internal monologue, right? He's thinking, wait, Liu Xiaoyan has a crush on the director? No way. Yifei is not buying this for a second. I mean, the age gap alone is seriously sus. The director's curiosity is officially piqued. What is it, he demands. He's about to find out. The tension in this room is insane, people. It feels like it's about to freaking explode as she starts her big confession. The room is just thick with suspense, you could spread it on toast. And then it all twists into a complete nightmare scenario. Her whole vibe just changes, her eyes turn this freaky green. Uh-oh, this is not good. And bam! Liu Xiaoyan morphs into this terrifying snake monster hybrid. We're talking fangs bared, ready to strike. Holy smokes, I've always wanted to eat you up, she hisses. This is insane. You can hear the director screaming his lungs out. Pure panic is flooding the classroom, and trust me, our hearts are pounding just as hard as his right now. As this girl just full-on transformed, Yifei's rolled up in a corner trying to stay complete still. He knows he's got to survive this absolute horror show. The serpent monster is coiling up super tight, getting ready to finish its, very gory meal. Not looking good for the director, folks. And then you see it, a pool of blood trickling out, all ominously. Yeah, that's a pretty undeniable sign of what just went down. Yikes. Meanwhile, outside, the night is all calm and peaceful, almost like it's mocking the absolute chaos unfolding inside. Night quickly falls. We see a bunch of gun parts just laid out, like some hardcore IKEA challenge, and you know someone's got to figure out this jigsaw puzzle of destruction. Our boy Lin Chi-yi is in the zone, deep in some serious training. His instructor Ling Xuan is laying down the law. Guns are your best friend in a fight, especially if you're still a noob. They're good for lower-level monsters, but are like pea shooters against higher-level ones. So the instructor hits him with the classic, "Show me what you got." The challenge is thrown down, and Chi-yi is off. You can hear the stopwatch ticking as he blitzes through it, assembling that weapon like a total pro. His brain's probably running on overclock, analyzing every single piece. Click, clack, boom. He's got that thing locked and loaded, ready to rock. He slides into this super practice stance, lines up the shot. We're talking 3 points, 1 line, perfect alignment. Laser focus right there. Chi-yi is looking like an absolute unit, all grit and determination as he moves. Then bam bam, shots ring out as he finishes the drill. What a beast. Then he's like, "So, how'd I do?" But hold up. The instructor just shuts him down hard, says he completely whiffed it. A total miss. Dude basically says a blind person would have had better aim. That's gotta sting. But Chi-yi, what a Chad, just laughs it off. He's like, "Funny you say that, I actually used to be blind." Man, after a super grueling day getting absolutely pelted by rubber bullets and who knows what else, he's just reflecting on how exhausting these training sessions are. Chi-yi finally lets his shoulders sag. Maybe he isn't cut out for this. Then he hears some voices. He's like, "Huh?" Under his breath, completely clueless who could be creeping at this hour. Turns out it's the captain, in a frilly apron, inviting him for some chow. The whole team's here for some dinner, and it's absolute chaos. The captain offers to cook a few more dishes if he doesn't like the food. Someone complains that he's playing favorites. And some people are arguing over their grub. It's a full-on meat stalemate, a real clash of titans over a single piece of steak or something. Lung Xuan gets scolded over bringing guns to the table. Just good vibes all around. Finally, our MC Chi-yi just faceplants onto his bed thinking, what even was today? Just pure madness from start to finish. Still, he's feeling like he put in some solid work. He's thinking back on the sparring session with the captain today, and you can tell our boy is already hyped. And he's up again. Back to practicing that sword stance, pure fire and determination in his eyes. The grind never stops for this legend. The next day, the sun's blasting the city, kicking off another wild day. And our boy Lin Chi-yi is totally wiped. Man's dragging himself around, muttering, "I totally overdid it." He's barely even there when bam, someone's yelling for him. Sounds like it's an emergency, stat. So they bolt inside and Chi-yi's straight to the point. Are those pesky mystiques causing trouble again? And yeah, you guessed it. These things are a total nightmare for everyone. They're power walking down this long corridor, and Chi-yi gets the intel drop. The Mystiques have invaded Kangnan City High School of all places. Bro, not this school again, right? And who does Chi-yi spot? Li Yifei. And my guy looks like he's seen a ghost, totally caught up in some serious drama. Yifei's eyes go wide like, "Chi-yi, what are you doing here?" Chi-yi just hits him with a sheepish grin. "Oh, you know, just your friendly neighborhood night watcher temporary contract." Yifei is floored. Dude, everyone thought Chi-yi joined the army. So Yifei's trying to remember what went down, but his brain's still a bit scrambled from whatever he witnessed. Apparently, he just popped back to school to grab his homework, and then bam, he walks into some seriously freaky business involving the academic director. So, did this monster actually chow down on the director? Well, it's complicated, let's just say kind of. So get this, Yifei's all ninja in the shadows, heart pounding, trying not to make a sound. The massive, terrifying serpent just unhinging its jaw and swallowing someone whole. No chewing, just gulp. The sheer horror, man. This thing legit just inhales a whole person in one go. Talk about nightmare fuel. He watches as the creature's body like ripples and bulges. Super creepy stuff. Then, totally out of left field, the serpent hacks up this giant, weird-looking egg blob. What even is that? And then, something emerges out of the egg. Yifei's about to have a heart attack from sheer terror. Plot twist. The academic director himself crawls out of that freaky egg. The snake monster morphed back to human form. It lets out this bone-chilling hiss that would make anyone's blood run cold, and the two walk out of the classroom together. Yifei didn't dare breathe too loud until those things finally bailed. My man was stuck there shaking like a leaf in that classroom, all the way until the sun came up. Then he rushed there immediately to make his report. You could hear a pin drop in the room after he spills the beans. So, it swallowed him and then just spat him back out? The captain asks. One of the night watcher dudes snaps his notebook shut. Good job reporting this, Yifei. You did the right thing, props to him for sure. So, get this. These mystiques are basically shapeshifters. They can mimic people and blend right in. Super crafty and explains why Kangnan High is ground zero for this chaos. Alright, so get this. Among all the skills of lower-level monsters, the one called assimilation was a total nightmare. These things can basically shapeshift and blend in absolutely anywhere. One tiny mistake, just one slip-up, and boom, the victim count goes through the roof. The other skill, camouflage, is even more deadly. It means the creature's intelligence is on par with humans. These creatures can access their victims' memories and straight-up blend in perfectly being sus. Xingyan is like, we gotta prep for the absolute worst-case scenario. Hong Ying replies, worst? How much worse can it get? Oh buddy, turns out, a lot worse. We are talking a full-blown school-wide infection level of bad. All your teachers and friends could be infected already, or perhaps you could have become part of the monster without realizing it, Xingyan explains. And Yifei? Yeah, that news visibly shakes him up. You can see the oh snap moment on his face. Chimo tries to play it down. If it takes over the whole school, this thing called the disaster crow would have sounded the alarm. So what is this disaster crow, you ask? Get this, it literally screams a warning when major trouble is about to go down. So what is the game plan? The captain asks. Xingnan explains they need to lock onto the main creature's body and figure out just how many it's infected. Smart play. They are splitting into two teams to cover more ground. Team Alpha is going full detective mode, checking on the victim's close contacts to sniff out more of these infected individuals. Meanwhile, Team Bravo is on a direct intercept course to the school's core area, hunting for that main creature's physical body. First things first. They gotta blend in, so it is school uniform time. Though let us be real, the fashion police would have a field day with these things. The fit, the style, it is definitely not winning any awards, folks. Not exactly haute couture. Looks like the girls lucked out with their uniforms, but the guys? Yeah, they drew the short straw on this one, big time. Chi Yi gets handed a piece, magazine fully loaded. Huh, my shooting skills are atrocious. What if I hurt others, he asks. And get this, guns are not just for pew-pew. They are also a pretty solid intimidation tool. Sometimes a good scare is all you need. The clock is ticking, people. Everyone is moving with serious urgency, hustling hard. They are vaulting over gates like absolute parkour masters, totally unfazed. Comms check. Radios are all set up so the teams can stay in contact. Good call. And our boy, Lin Shiyi, he is going full stealth mode, slipping into classes incognito. He is also on a mission to find someone specific. He'll use his unique ability of his to identify the infected students so the team has a clearer picture of what they're dealing with. Chi sprints through the halls and starts his scan, and suddenly students are lighting up like glow sticks at a rave. 1, 2, 3, it's a parade of glowing infected peeps. Whoa, this is way more than they bargained for. It is a chaotic sea of eerie green glow everywhere. Talk about an infestation. Chi radios in an update, and guys, it is looking bleak. There are already more than 6 infected on just this one floor alone. If this situation goes sideways, if these monsters go full-on aggro, these students won't stand a chance. Now imagine that scaled up to the entire school. The potential body count, absolutely chilling to even think about. But the captain holds it together, staying cool. The plan is to observe, gather intel, and most importantly, do not spook the herd or alert any of the main baddies that might be lurking around. And Chi Yi is back at it, moving like a blur. He is practically flying down these corridors, totally laser-focused on the mission. His resolve is rock solid, man. He just confirms, yes sir, and keeps pushing forward like the absolute Chad he is. He screeches to a stop in front of some doors and rushes in. Reporting, he announces. The teacher immediately spins around, totally not having it. Lin Shiyi? Seriously, why are you so incredibly late? Where in the world have you been for the past few days? Chi Yi, smooth as ever, just tells him, my eyes were giving me trouble again, so I was actually hospitalized for 2 days. The teacher lets out this big sigh like, alright, just hurry to your seat, let's continue with the class, people. Chi Yi then walks over to his desk and glances at Yifei. Yifei ignores him, but you can tell he's not happy. Flashback to the day Yifei was at the Night Watcher office. He's practically begging, I want to go too. I've actually seen that monster. I can totally be your guide. He's all fired up, adding, seriously, I've been wanting to team up with you for ages. I want to be a hero, you know, protecting the people of Kangnan just like you. The captain gives him this long, hard look, sizing him up. Then he's like, alright, if this whole operation goes smoothly, I might just give you a shot. Back to the present, Lin Shiyi makes his way to his seat. Get this. There's this girl with these super noticeable green eyes, and she's watching him with this little curious smile. He sits down, acting like he doesn't notice a thing, total Chad move. Then, super sneaky, a folded piece of paper gets passed around the room. He just glances at the note, and his face gives absolutely nothing away. Poker face level 100. And just like that, the school bell rings loud and clear, and the loudspeaker announces, "Class dismissed." Immediately, Yifei leans in super close to Chi-Yi, his face all scrunched up with worry. "Dude, what's the play? What's going on?" Chi-Yi gets this dead serious look and says, "I need an opportunity, a chance to basically scan everyone in this entire school." He then spills the beans to Yifei about his big brain move. Later, during the flag-raising ceremony, that's when I'll be able to get a full read on the whole school's situation. Meanwhile, in another part of the school, Hong Ying and Xiaonan are standing outside a locked door. They're knocking, calling for the academic director, but there's no answer. Hong Ying is like, "The door's locked. Guess he's not in." But she's got this wicked grin and says with a chuckle, "You know what we're about to do is going to get us some serious detention time." And then, check this out, she just whips out her tools and expertly picks the lock. You can hear the little clicks as she works her magic on those tumblers. The door pops open and Hong Ying cautiously peeks inside, whispering, "Director." Sensing that it's empty, they move quickly to search the room. Xiaonan spots a cup on the desk and touches it. Whoa, the cup's still warm. Looks like he couldn't have been gone for long. Hong Ying then says, "Alright, let's get to work and search this whole place. We need to find some clues, stat." But then, suddenly Hong Ying just freezes, sniffing the air like a bloodhound. "Wait a sec, what is that awful smell?" she blurts out. Her nose leads her straight to some kind of hidden compartment in the floor. She grabs a knife and starts prying open this crack, and when she finally gets it open, she gasps, totally shocked. "Whoa, what in the world is this? Guys, you are not gonna believe this." Inside, there's this disgusting pool of swirling green goo, and floating in it is, get ready for it, what looks like actual human skin. The school's public address system blares an announcement. Chi-Yi and Yifei are on class monitor duty. Yifei quietly asks how many infected are in their class. Chi-Yi replies that there are 2, Liu Xiaoyan and Han Ruoro. He presses further, asking how many are in the crowd now. Glowing eyes reveal a 5th infected person in the line. This 5th one is Tian Li, from the class next door, sharing the same dorm as Liu Xiaoyan and Han Ruoro. He thinks that most of the infected are girls and wonders if the outbreak started in the girls' dormitories. He informs Hong Ying that the source of the infection might be from the girls' dormitory. She acknowledges this, stating they will investigate immediately. The guys are now near the flagpole, the music is about to end, and they are going to get caught. Lung Chi claims he has his ways. He snatches the flag from the student on duty. He offers some half-baked excuse that the teacher told them to get the flag and give a speech. The student stammers. But then an announcement blares that the flag-raising ceremony begins now. Chi-Yi and Yifei approach the platform. Their presence causes a stir, and Yifei wonders what Lin is up to. Chi-Yi closes his eyes and scans the whole school gathered for the ceremony. He's got a bad feeling about this. Chi-Yi walks past the flagpole and everyone's surprised. He then leaps from the platform and starts running. "Captain, be prepared," he yells into his comms. "Calm down, Chi-Yi, and report," the captain orders. Chi-Yi reports that over 60 teachers and students were infected. It's going to be hard keeping this on the down low. There are too many of them. If the main body is in any way threatened, these 60+ people are going to attack, ending in disaster for the whole city. The captain tells Chi-Yi to calm down again. The infected have actually infiltrated the outside world already. "We investigated the homes of Liu Xiaoyan and the academic director," he calmly reports, while slashing at a snake-like human. "All of their families have been infected." The infected creature roars, now sporting a snake head and human body combination. The team had just cleared out 2 infected areas, but things are getting worse. They're checking all contacts of the infected now, attempting to stop this virus at all costs. With little support, the school's now in the hands of Chi-Yi and the others. The enemies this time are formidable, so they should not hold back or hide. The mission is clear: track down the original body and kill it. Leng Xuan will isolate the whole second high school, allowing them to fight without restraint. He's sharp. He's catching every instruction. For the other members of the team, it's time to hit the next household. Will his first mission be too much for Chi-Yi? Doubt it. He's got the skill, heart, and adaptability. The others just need to set the stage for him. Flashback to practice. Chi-Yi pushed through, telling his sparring partner not to go easy on him. Still early in his Night Watcher's days, but Chi-Yi's peers already believe he will rise to greater heights. Back at the school, Hong Ying's alerted that the flag-raising ceremony ended early. It seems a large group of girls are heading toward the dormitory. Xiaonan and Hong Ying are tasked to fall back. Hong Ying asks, "Are they all infected?" Chi-Yi says he cannot sense it, though there must be infected hiding among them. You guys be careful, he reminds the girls. Hong Ying and Xiaonan stand guard in the corner, watching for danger. Two girls notice them. One guesses they're from another class. When asked, they say they are looking for Wang Nan from room 6, but forgot which room is hers. A student replies that there is no Wang Nan in their class, and are not these the dormitories for 12th graders? Ah, that is right, Hong Ying says as they hold hands. The two girls apologize and leave. Suddenly, the other students' faces darken with sinister grins. Their shoes tap ominously on the floor. Not so fast, one says to Hong Ying. She admires Hong Ying's look, smooth skin, pretty face, but doesn't recall seeing her before. Whoa, wait, she says as the girl grabs her face. One of the possessed students is also right behind Xiaonan, saying she is cute. She asks what is going on, asking help from her teammate. Suddenly, a demonic snake head says Xiaonan is so cute that it makes people want to swallow her. Her scream echoes, but Hong Ying's warning comes fast. Hong Ying tries to help, but she is immediately flung away by her possessed assailant. Hiss, let me eat you up, the infected student says. Hong Ying smirks confidently as the monster's jaws almost snap shut, dangerously close. She lets the case fall from her gasp as fire shoots violently out of it. Her weapon makes a distinct clicking sound. Hong Ying takes a step, spear in hand. Her eyes narrow with focus. She swings the burning spear, making a sickening impact sound. A menacing flaming skull materializes in the air. She stands defiantly as intense flames erupt all around her. Mission accomplished. Meanwhile, Xiaonan finds herself completely surrounded by menacing snake-headed creatures. A powerful hand slams against a spear. It's none other than Hong Ying, who's on a rampage. Her fierce attack reduced the snake monsters to smoldering remains. Hong Ying wears a reassuring smile. With a quick thrust, her spear pokes through one of the monsters. Xiaonan admitted being scared. Hong Ying said they might look scary, but they're not that strong. The show's far from over. The corridor glows as someone begins to appear. Xiaonan looks ahead, exclaiming, Hong Ying, look. From the oppressive darkness, a pair of glowing green eyes stare back at them. A menacing, shadowy figure becomes visible standing in the distance. Hong Ying merely smirks, confidently declaring, come on. Even all of you combined are not enough to give me a real fight. Nearby, a student stands completely frozen. Hong Ying calmly begins to count the steadily growing number of glimmering figures. Xiaonan, on the other hand, is visibly worried by the increasing threat. She anxiously asks, what should we do? There are more and more of them. Hong Ying coolly remarks that 18 of them are indeed getting a little troublesome. But only a tiny bit troublesome, she adds. A terrifying monster lets out a deafening roar. The creatures begin to swarm towards them in a massive wave. Suddenly, an explosion violently rocks the school building. Elsewhere, Liu Yuan is busy admiring his own reflection in a mirror. Handsome, he thinks to himself with satisfaction. Later, in class, he catches Ruro's attention. He approaches her and says, Ruro, you mentioned yesterday that you wanted to drink milk. I have one right here for you. You can have it. Ruro blushes, touched by his gesture. Thank you, Liu Yuan. You are so nice to me, she says gratefully. He beams. Anything you want, Ruro, just say the word and I'll buy it. Ruro, with a sneaky smile, requests for Liu Yuan to meet her behind the school later that day. Liu Yuan is absolutely ecstatic at her request, accepting it immediately. Just then, the moment is shattered when Chie abruptly slams his hands down hard on the desk. Oh my god! Liu Yuan exclaims in shock. Lun Chie, what the heck are you doing? He yells out. Chie simply smiles and addresses Ruro directly, saying, Classmate Han Ruro, I have actually liked you for some time now. A confession out of nowhere, Ruro is completely taken aback. The classroom erupts with surprised gasps from the other students. Chi's confession has everyone buzzing. Turns out, he had liked her for quite some time. He then asks Ruro to be his girlfriend. The crowd immediately starts chanting for her to accept. Liu Yuan is pretty shocked, wondering how things got to this point. Ruro blushes and agrees to take him up on the offer, while Liu Yuan objects. Chi tells her to meet him at the garage after school. She says okay, looking pretty happy about the situation. Meanwhile, down the hall, Li Yifei approaches Chie, asking why he still wants to save Li Yuan, who treated him like dirt. Chi says he does not want to save him, but it is his duty as a night watcher, so he will do it just this once. Chi shifts gears, taking Yifei to Hong Ying's situation. The explosion hits, loud, violent, and sudden. People start freaking out, and a girl mentions there is no cell service. Leng Xuan on the roof basically confirms it is his doing, musing about how old Zhao used to use this stuff. He figures out the device activates forbidden ruins. The device turns green, surprising him. Inside, students are staring out the windows in disbelief as the sky turns green. Chie figures that something is wrong with the commandment right as students secure the girls' dorm. He instructs Yifei to cause a scene to divert attention from the green stuff, but Yifei looks confused and uneasy. Though, if Yifei really wants to be a night watcher, he has to sacrifice his virtue. Qi's style, sweet-talking his teammate to convince him. Launching into full hype man mode, Xie makes a scene about a handsome guy trying to talk to the girls. They start asking who he is talking about, and Yufei shouts out Wu Suji. Suji is confused, exclaiming, "Huh? Why is he calling me? I don't know you." Blushing like a lobster, Yufei screams that he likes her and wants her to be his girlfriend. Suji faints and mutters gibberish. Talk about dramatic. Qi notices Yufei's handling things pretty well, but his mind circles back to the bigger priority, catching up with Hong Ying. Xiaonan and Hong Ying are investigating the situation, concluding that there is something wrong with the non-commandment space. Snake-bodied monsters continue showing up, hissing and threatening. It's getting more intense by the minute. Hong Ying prepares, activating Forbidden Ruins' flaming feathers. Her eyes sharpen with resolve, fire flaring around her as she locks in on the fight ahead. Hong Ying unleashes a firestorm with her spear, leaving a whirlwind of flames cooking her enemies. "Finally smoked him," she says while Xiaonan watches close by. But then somebody shouts, "Who's over there? Why are there still students around here?" A student rushes over, panicked, asking why they haven't left. The girls explain they're helping put out the fire. "Forget about that." The student fires back, grabbing Xiaonan's arm. "This place is not safe," she says. She rushes Hong Ying and Xiaonan to the stairs. "Quick, follow me," she pushes. But right when they start to climb, blam! A gunshot explodes through the air. It's Kie in action. The student lets out a gasp, grabbing her chest where blood starts to spread. She is hit. Then the student-turned beast of a snake creature hisses like a demon. Hong Ying screams Shin Xiaonan as Xiaonan lets out a terrified yell. The huge snake monster rears up and unleashes a sky-tearing shriek. Chie clicks his tongue like tsk. He is all business, zero chill. Xiaonan desperately tries to fight back with her blade, screaming, "Stay away from me, go away." Chie takes aim again, his face totally grim. He fires and nails the snake monster, making the creature hiss in pain. He does not waste any time and pumps another shot straight into the beast's head. With that immediate danger handled, Kie walks over to Xiaonan. "Are you okay?" he asks. Xiaonan just stares back at him, eyes wide, totally blushing. Hong Ying comes rushing down the stairs. She asks, "Kie, why are you?" To which Kie replies, "I heard you guys were in a tough battle, so I ran over to help." Hong Ying puffs her chest out a little. "I killed all of them." She boasts. "What about the main one?" Chi pushes. Suddenly, Hong Ying does not look so sure of herself. Apparently, this area was supposed to be its nest. Was the creature actually smart enough to leave some bait behind and just bail? He remembers a key point. This creature can copy human actions. It's at least as smart as humans. Chi continues putting the pieces together. It has a whole infection plan starting from the girls' dormitory. Then it uses the girls to bait guys into a secret spot. If Yufei had not stepped in, this thing could have spread without anyone noticing, leading to a total disaster. Hong Ying shivers. This is the first time she has ever seen a mythical creature this smart. All of a sudden, Xiaonan points up the stairwell, shaking. What is that? They all look up into the dark, shadowy heights of the stairwell. And there it is. The OG snake monster, its green eyes glowing with pure evil. "Let's chase it," Kiwi yells, and the three of them bolt up the stairs after it. "It is so fast," Hong Ying shouts. Chi figures out its plan. It wants to get to the roof. The creature takes a huge leap and bolts upwards. They finally make it to the landing, panting like crazy. "Why is this one so fast?" An out-of-breath Hong Ying complains. Chie, sharp as ever, scans the area. What is it doing? It's on the roof now, hissing through pointed teeth. It pulls itself up to its full, massive height, a straight-up nightmare fuel figure against that scary green sky. Then the monster lets out this absolutely bone-rattling, skull-shaking roar. The sound slams into Chie and Hong Ying like a punch to the gut as they cover their ears in serious pain. That roar echoes all the way across the entire school campus. "What is that noise?" one boy somewhere else asks, while another student next to him doubles over, hissing and grabbing his head. The infected's eyes flare up with this sick green light, his face twisting in pain. He screams and starts transforming, his body morphing while another student watches in terror. All over the campus, infected students are going completely berserk, attacking anyone they can find. Back up on the roof, Chi aims his gun towards the OG snake beast, who's letting out a creepy, victorious hee. Then it leaps off the building and disappears straight into the chaos. "It got away," Kie says, totally frustrated. He looks out at the absolute mess happening down below. All the infected people just went berserk, he states grimly with Hong Ying watching right next to him. "You go protect the students," Hong Ying orders him, already turning to chase the monster that is getting away. "I will be after it," she says, leaping off the rooftop. The school grounds explode into absolute madness, students scattering like crazy. Chi yells his lungs out for them to chill and follow his lead, but nobody can hear him over the mess. Their escape slams to a halt when they smash into an invisible wall at the gates, and now they're stuck. Chi's just watching this disaster unfold, knowing if this keeps up, it's game over for everyone. Then, out of the panicked horde, some dude in a hoodie rocks up, face painted like a seriously messed up clown. Chi's jaw tightens, and he remembers something important. Guns have more uses than just popping bad guys. Yeah, he knows exactly what to do now. So, bang. He fires a shot straight up and bellows, "Shut up." Smoke's curling from the barrel, and that one shot just rips through the noise on campus. And just like that, it works. The whole freaked-out mob just stops dead in their tracks, and suddenly it's dead quiet in a circle around him. Questions fly. Who the heck are you? You a cop or something? Dude, there are monsters everywhere. Kie just scoffs, his eyes starting to blaze with this golden light. He stares down that creepy clown dude who's suddenly looking like he's about to wet his pants. Faster than you can blink, Kie's glowing sword zips clean through the student's head. Blood goes flying as the students scream because they think someone's murdered in cold blood. The body hits the floor, and Chie, now glowing with this insane aura, just roars at them again to shut up. Every single student's jaw hits the deck at the same time, totally shocked. Because guess what? The guy was a monster. Chie didn't just off a student, he took out an enemy wearing a disguise. You could hear a pin drop. Man, total silence from the crowd. He definitely has everyone's full attention now. There are no monsters hiding among you lot, he tells them. Line up and leave the school gates. If I see anyone disobeying, that definitely scared them straight. The students immediately snap into line, forming this perfect single-file line and start walking out the gate, which is open now. Chi keeps an eye on them, pretty relieved they're not about to stampede each other into oblivion. He's still got his gun out though, giving the side eye to a few sketchy-looking students as they pass by. Meanwhile, Lung Xuan is messing with some gadget, and poof, the barrier he put up is gone. Key radios reporting, the portal can be shut down now. I'm heading in to grab any survivors. But it looks like Leng Xuan's confused now. I think I might have touched something, he says as the sky turns red. Kie though? He just says with a bit of a smirk, no biggie. Green's definitely friendlier though. This red really screams apocalyptic vibes. But hold up, more of those snake-like monsters are slithering past the windows, looking for their next meal. Up on the 5th floor, a bunch of students are desperately piling up desks and chairs against the classroom doors. Those things are pounding on the doors, and you can see their glowing eyes peeking through the cracks. Inside that classroom, it's pure desperation, with this student leader, Yifei, trying to manage the chaos by having some students help the injured while others try to keep that barricade from falling apart. He's concerned for others. There are still students stuck down on the 3rd floor. Who's coming with me to rescue them? He asks. And so the other guys grab whatever they can get their hands on, anything that could be a weapon. They start tying bed sheets and clothes together, making this janky rope, their plan being to rappel down the side of the building from the 5th floor balcony. Yifei looks down, and man, he looks super serious but totally determined. One of his buddies nervously asks, we're not gonna run into any trouble, right? Yifei just scoffs like, what's that nonsense? Deep down, he knows what's up. How could there be no danger? As he starts climbing down, he's thinking, of course it's dangerous, you idiot. But hey, someone's gotta be the hero and take the lead to give everyone else a shot at making it out. Yifei is hanging by this janky rope, launching himself right into a 3rd floor classroom window. Dude gives the signal to his buddies watching from upstairs, saying, coast is clear. Then he sneaks over to the door, peeking out to see what's up in the hallway. His crew asks, what's it looking like out there? And bam, they see this solo monster. Looks like it's got a destination where they figure the other 3rd floor students are hiding out. Yifei's all like, doesn't matter if anyone's in there, we're taking this thing down first. The freaky reptile thing starts hissing as it gets closer. You can hear its claws clicking on the floor. It totally sniffs them out, and its glowing green eye locks right onto them. Yifei screams and charges, bringing an axe down hard on the monster, smashing its skull with a bat. Then the whole squad just piles on, screaming and absolutely wailing on this creature without stopping. They're all breathing heavy, standing over this messed up corpse, and someone asks, is it dead? While another dude is hyped, like, we actually smoked one. But Yifei, ever the leader, shuts it down fast. He pounds on the door, shouting for whoever's inside to move. It's safe now. Suddenly, a hand pops up at this cracked window in the door. Evacuate, the person asks. It's this student with glasses and Xingyu, and he's looking super skeptical. To where, he inquires. Yifei lays out the plan. They've cleared out the 5th floor and got defenses set up. But Xingyu says, his voice filled with dread, now all the monsters are crowding the 1st and 4th floors. How are we supposed to even get to the 5th floor? Yifei is like, we can use ropes on the 5th floor. Xingyu just lets out this huge sigh, man. You can see he thinks they're totally screwed. So he opens the door, revealing the total chaos inside. The room is absolutely jam-packed. We've got like 28 people here total. You seriously think all of us can climb up that rope? He asks Yifei. Yifei's just floored. They never thought there'd be this many survivors, no way. He's thinking to himself, this Qingyu is sharp. He figured out the situation while keeping himself safe. Qingyu thanks them for trying but shoots it down, saying, too bad, your retreat plan, not gonna fly. He mentally adds this could totally be a trap to get us out in the open, and then, one of his Yifei's dudes is like, maybe we should fall back and think of something better, but oh snap, it's too late for that, because another student points down the hall, totally freaking out. Ah, gee guys, look, monsters, it bellows and comes charging right at them. Yifei tries to get his scared friends to pull it together. Don't panic, he yells. Just fight it, it's only one. But one of his guys just loses it. I can't do this. I want to go back. He screams, drops his weapon, and makes a break for the window. He's scrambling like crazy for that rope, just desperate to get out. And the monster is right on his tail, charging at him super fast. Arg. The student screams while the rest of the squad panics. The dude's halfway up the rope when the monster just launches itself, its body slashing through the air. It sinks its teeth right into the boy as the both of them go flying out the window. Lin Yifei just stares, totally shocked, as they smash onto the ground down below, soaked in fresh blood. Okay, now everyone's panicking big time as one cries out. They seem attracted by the noise, but the rope has snapped. What now? That hallway, which used to be their escape route, is now a straight-up death trap as more monsters appear, their shadowy figures blocking off both ends of the corridor. All the students whip around to their leader Yifei, asking what to do now. Just when it looks like it's game over, someone screams, "Hey you guys, it's in Qingyu." He's yelling, "Get in here, hurry," basically saving Yifei's squad. The hallway is pure chaos, guys. The students hurry towards the door like their lives depends on it. A blood-curdling hiss echoes as the monsters launch themselves right in. And Qingyu, you know, the dude with the glasses, is yelling his head off for them to slam the door shut. And bam! The monster smashes into the other side, shattering the door's glass window. No time to breathe, everyone kicks into high gear. Qingyu orders, block the door, don't let them barge in. The students are tasked grab whatever they can and start ramming desks and chairs against the door to make a barricade. But hold up, it's not holding. A monster's freaking head bursts through the broken window. And it gets worse. More of these things are piling up, pushing like crazy against their weak defense. The students freak out in unison and scream for help. Meanwhile, outside in the hall, there's a terrifying monster walking forward like a nightmare. They're literally a wall of muscle and claws, and they are dead set on getting in amidst the panic inside. Qingyu's like, "We'll definitely guard this place," trying to sound all brave. "Keep yourselves together." Yeah, good luck with that, because his words are doing nothing for the terrified girls huddled in the corner. Then, out of nowhere, a massive rumble shakes the whole room. The barricade they built, obliterated. A monster smashes the doorframe into bits with this insane roar. It steps right through the mess, blood dripping from its claws, its eyes sweeping over the terrified students. Qingyu stands frozen, staring, and you can practically hear him thinking, "Oh crap, we are so screwed." The beast locks its eyes on the screaming girls, its tongue flicking out as it starts to move in for the kill. The scene flips back to the hallway and it is getting gnarly. But wait, there's someone out there. Walking through all this carnage is Chie, our boy with a long sword just chilling on his shoulder. And one big guy, he notes with a smirk, his eyes totally locked on the monster horde. Now it's one man against a whole pack of beasts as he calls out, "Hey, fatty, come and play with me." You bet the monsters are ticked off. They charge at Chi all at once, a massive wave of teeth and claws. But Chie doesn't even blink. He meets the first one head-on with a clean slice that sends its head flying. Then his sword starts blazing with this awesome golden energy as he spins into action, a whirlwind of deadly steel tearing through the pack. "What in the world is going on out there?" Qingyu asks. Yifei just stammers, "I'm not quite sure." What they're seeing is Chi with this faint, super confident smile leaping and carving through multiple monsters in one smooth attack. So a monster is just watching nearby, growling like crazy as its little buddies get wrecked. The students are peeking out from their hiding spot, totally blown away by what they're seeing. Chie stands there, surrounded by a pile of defeated monsters, totally ready for the boss battle. The big one lets out this furious growl and lurches straight at him. Chie, smooth as silk, sidesteps and leaps, slamming his sword down hard on the creature's back. But get this, the blade just scrapes off its super tough hide. "I can't slice through its skin," Chie thinks, clearly annoyed. "Man, this thing has such hard skin." The monster hisses and swings a massive claw trying to take Chie out. But our hero is fast enough. He drives his sword straight through the creature's body as the blade bursts out its back in a huge spray of blood. The beast lets out one last gurgle and crashes to the floor, done for. Chie lands lightly, and get this, he icily tells the dying creature to go to hells as he ends it for good. Yifei is crying again, but this time they're tears of relief.
I knew it. I knew it.
he whispers. Qingyu is just totally confused like, huh, who even is this guy? Chie takes a second gripping his sword. Guess all that practice with the captain paid off, he thinks. But his victory moment is ruined when Yifei launches himself at Chie. You finally came, Yifei rejoices. Yifei clings to his big bro, completely wiped from relief and exhaustion. The other students ask Kia if he's there to rescue them. Qingyu, who's now checking out the monster's body, introduces himself. In Qingyu, he says while blood smears his hand, "You're the district number 1, Yifei blurts out, but Qingyu brushes off the title. I don't care about results or whatever, he says, all dismissive. This world, he's thinking, is way more interesting than he ever thought. Qingyu sticks out his hand. Nice to meet you, my name isn't Qingyu. Qingyu shakes it, finally dropping his own name. Yifei, bursting with pride, slings an arm around our hero. This is my brother Lin Chie, the monster-slaying expert, he brags. Then cutting right to the chase, Yifei's asked about the other unconfirmed monsters. Turns out, Hanruo and Lu Xiaoyan didn't go totally nuts but just kind of blended in. Yifei's already got them separated in another classroom just to be safe. QA nods, totally impressed. Yifei gets all hyped, thinking his performance has locked him a spot in the Night Watchers. But enough senseless chit-chat for now. Everyone's tasked to bail to the main hall where it's safer. Once the students are safe, Chi whips out his phone. Hongying, what's the sitch on your end, he asks. The news he gets back? Not good. Hongying has lost the target. It bolted into the forest and disappeared. So, this is far from over. As long as the main monster, the one causing all this chaos, is still kicking, these attacks are never gonna stop. Taking out its little helpers one by one is just putting a band-aid on a bullet wound. It doesn't fix the actual problem. Hongying adds that Xiaonan is still on its trail, and thanks to the non-commandment space, the creature can't even leave the school grounds. Right then, Hongying drops that the vice captain has already identified what they're up against. Chie is floored, while Qingyu listens. She lays it out, they're fighting a snake demon Nanta, some kind of creature straight out of ancient myths. This demon is smart, a total pro at camouflage, and can blend into human society without anyone noticing. After it eats someone, it plants a snake seed in the body, letting it control the victim's every single move. Its big plan? To slowly replace all of humanity with its own spawn. But there's one tiny weakness. The demon can only make one snake seed a day. Qingyu is still watching Qingyi as the realization hits. It must have been sneaking into the society for a long time. Like, way longer than just a month. Chie hangs up and turns, and suddenly he's right in front of a startled Qingyu. What do you want? He asks. Arms crossed, not messing around. Qingyu looks a bit jumpy for a sec. I want to ask a question. Our MC starts to walk away. If you want to ask if I am a superhuman or some kind of cultivator, then just forget it. But Qingyu is backing down. No, I wanted to ask, these kinds of monsters, did they always exist? Like right under our noses? He inquires. His voice fills with this dawning horror. Have they always been here, just hiding in the shadows of our lives? Kie figures, hey, the kid's memory is gonna get wiped later anyway, so tells him, yes. Qingyu looks seriously shaken. Then why? How can we still live without knowing any of this stuff? Because there is someone watching the night, Chie answers, super straightforward. The huge news finally hits Qingyu. I see, so that's how it is. Then Qingyu looks at him, like he's testing him. Are you not afraid? But get this. Qingyu's face just splits into this wide, kinda creepy grin. Afraid? Why would I be afraid? Qingyu stays calm, curious, even. He casually mentions he's aiming for a PhD in biology and that the monsters amuse him. His field of study? Heredity and mutation. Then he drops the bomb. Can he collect tissue for research? Total madman energy. But hold up. Just as Chie is about to bounce, Yifei spots him and yells out his name. He says they are all rolling with Kie to rescue everyone else, promising he will not be a burden or slow him down at all. Now Chie knows he has been spamming his divine power way too much and his energy bar is practically on empty. So he figures, hey, with these guys backing him up, he might actually be able to clap more enemies. He's like, alright, fine, let us go together then. Unsurprisingly, Qingyu wants to go too. I can help with strategy and figure out the monster's attack patterns, Qingyu pledges. Yifei's nodding along, thinking, yeah, this guy is actually pretty smart, so it sounds like a solid plan. Chi agrees, but he lays it out straight. I can't promise you will make it back safe. But the glasses kid? He is absolutely thrilled, shouting that he is not scared of dying one bit. Meanwhile, in a super dark and wrecked school hallway, we hear Ruoro calling out to Lu Yuan. This guy, Lu Yuan, is desperately opening a locked door, shouting for Ruoro. He is going nuts trying to pick the lock, swearing he will get her out of there right away. From the other side, you can hear Ruoro, totally terrified, begging him to hurry. As she complains about Chi's indifference, Lu Yuan goes off on him, not realizing there's a sinister smile lurking inside. Finally, click. The lock busts open. Lu Yuan flings the door open and blurts the truth. He's into Ruarua and wants to make it official. He even swears he will be like 100 times better for her than that jerk Lim Chi. The girl's face is hidden, but Lu Yuan is over the moon, thinking her silence means it is a big yes. But then, as she slowly looks up, one of her eyes flashes with this wicked, sinister red glow. The monsters are still on a rampage, and the students scramble to fight back. Right at that exact second, this Rororo girl cries out in pain, grabbing her head. She clings onto Lu Yuan, saying she is super scared and just wants to get out of there. He promises he will protect her, and they take off running, hand in hand. As she turns her head, her face morphs into this absolutely horrifying snake-like creature. Then we see Lu Yuan removing this barricade made of desks, the one the other students built to stay safe, calling it useless. The other students are completely stunned, yelling at him like, "What the heck are you doing?" One of them shouts, "Why did you release her?" Lu Yuan shoves the guy hard. "Who do you think you are? Locking her in here like that," he yells. He is screaming that it is basically unlawful imprisonment and a straight-up crime. The other students are just standing there, completely floored. Lin Yifei is nowhere to be seen, so they have no idea what to do. Lu Yuan and Ruo look up. Colossal, pitch-black, snake-like demons come crashing down from the ceiling, landing right in front of them. Absolute chaos explodes. The students are scrambling like crazy to rebuild the barricades, screaming to get back into the classroom now, but it is way too late. A monster lunges forward, a total blur of deadly speed. One student starts to spiral, terrified he won't make it out alive. In his very last moments, my dude is not thinking about his life or his friends. Oh no, he just wails in pure despair. The series I am reading has not finished updating yet. With a powerful jump, Lin Xie charges the monstrous serpent. The blade flashes, piercing straight through the creature's head. He slices down, splitting its skull wide open. With a sickening thud, the monster landed on the dude who thought he was gonna die. The beast, brain exposed and bleeding, crumples to the floor. "Get up," Chie tells the student. The dude, clutching his side, gasps dramatically, "After I die, burn the manhua I'm reading as an offering." Kie gives him a deadpan stare. "You aren't dead. Get up quickly." Yufei reports the building's all clear. Kie nods, sheathing his sword with a click. He turns to a nervous couple huddled in the corner. Liu Yuan, shielding Ruo, is asked by Kie if he's going to take her. Before he can freak out, Chi cuts him off. "I won't stop you," he says, gesturing them away. Stunned, Lu Yuan confirms, "You won't take back your words?" Chie gives a slight, almost creepy smile. "I won't. May you two find happiness." On the 5th floor, all the survivors are gathered. Yufei asks whether there are any more infected students, but Kie confirms everyone's clear. He instructs Yufei to lead them to the main hall, promising they can leave once it's all over. And then Qingyu approaches Qi, voice steady as he calls his name. "I discovered something," he says, looking worried. Chie demands, "Are you sure?" But Qingyu admits he doesn't know enough about these creatures. His expertise is limited, so he can't make an accurate prediction alone. Qingyu stops him on the stairs, requesting for a gun. "3 bullets, Qi warns. "Do you know how to use it?" "I learned it on TV," Qingyu replies, loading the gun like a pro. Chie gives him a thumbs up. "Your stance is better than mine anyway." Qingyu is sent to the main hall, while Chie takes on the task of finding Nanta's original form. Qingyu holds the gun, hoping he won't need it. As Yifei leads the other students away, everyone buzzes about Kie's power, amazed he one-shotted a monster. Then, spotting him running the other way, a student alerts Yifei. Alone, Kie speaks into his earpiece. "Ling Xuan, did you see it?" From a rooftop, the ninja-like watcher replies, "I see it." Through his scope, he reports 2 students running north. They entered a building on that side of campus. "North side?" Chi repeats, thinking fast. He knows that place. The musical arts building. He sprints towards it, determined. "Hong Ying, I seem to have..." He trails off. "Key radio's in? I think I've found the original body." Liu Yuan's freaking out inside the music building. "Ruo, we gotta get out of here," he shouts. But Ruo, all cool and casual on the piano, just lures him closer. "Why leave? We can have some fun," she purrs, wrapping her arms around him. Liu Yuan's blushing, saying it feels wrong, but she gets closer, her face turning creepy. "What's wrong?" she whispers. "Don't you want to be eaten?" Suddenly, bam! Her face transforms into a monstrous lizard head, scales, fangs, the whole deal. A scream, then. Lin Chi arrives, hearing that scream, and finds nothing. He waits by the door, scratching his head, wondering if it's over. It's over? He thinks. Then, boom! The door bursts open, and a monstrous Liu Yuan attacks. "Whoa! What the heck?" Lin Chi yells, dodging the attack and stabbing the beast until it's nothing but dust. He stands up, but wait, there's more. A huge reptile thing is clinging to the ceiling above. Lin Chi's totally calm. "You're the last devil snake, right?" he says. Come down. Then he calls out to the real boss. Snake Demon Nanta, I see you. Let's chat. The creature starts to change, ice crackling around it. It drops to the floor, humanoid, but still monstrous. I don't talk to night watchers, it hisses. Lin Kie smirks, sits on the piano bench. Then why'd you change back? The monster shifts again, back to human, clothes ripped, covered in sweat and grime. She just crosses her arms. Lin Chi starts his interrogation. You've been here a long time, easily blending in. Why risk it all? The snake demon scoffs. Multiplying is our nature. What do you know? Lin Chi is not buying it. A smart creature like you can't control its instincts? Seriously? She changes tactics. You love detective games, right? She grins. Here's a case. 3 night watchers in this school, Hong Ying from the Qi realm, Si Xiaonan, and you, the one who sees through my disguises. She can't infect someone from the Qi realm, and Si Xiaonan's always with Hong Ying. A wicked grin. But what if I put a snake seed in you? Will the night watchers notice? Lin Chi realizes it's a trap for him. I came here to be a meal? Nice. Before he finishes, she attacks. Snap! He dodges as the tail smashes through the piano. Snake, Demon Nanta, he yells, ready for a fight. But the tail writhes, expands, and transforms into the demon's true, huge form. It smashes through the wall where Lin Chie was just sitting. Lin Chie's sitting there, totally stunned. You call that a weak body with no attack power, he thinks? Outside, Hong Ying and Si Xiaonan hear a rumble and look towards the music building, worried. Meanwhile, Lin Chie is flying through the halls with Nanta close behind. It shoots out green tentacles at him and he barely dodges them. But he's not giving up. I still have one last bit of spiritual power, he thinks, pushing himself to the limit. Gritting his teeth, Chi uses his last ounce of strength to stop, his sword screeching as he digs into the ground. The demon attacks, its massive tail whipping through the air at incredible speed. Lin Chi meets the attack head-on, his glowing blade parrying the blow. With a mighty swing, he lands a solid hit, slicing into the demon's thick skin and drawing blood. The creature screams in pain and rage. It retaliates instantly, its tail smashing into Chi with crushing force. He's sent flying again, crashing straight through the building and plummeting to the ground below. The demon smashes through the wall right after him, chasing him relentlessly. As he falls, Chi thinks, no way I'm dying here. The demon isn't letting him go that easily. It opens its mouth and roars, go to hell, spitting a torrent of slimy green liquid at the helpless Chi. He can only brace himself, holding his sword up as a desperate last defense. But just before the attack hits, a spear blazing with bright orange flames appears out of nowhere, intercepting the venomous blast and saving him. Looking down, Lin Chie sees his rescuers below, Hong Ying and Si Xiaonan. The spear is floating through the air and Hong Ying's hands are outstretched. Filled with relief, he mutters, oh, Hong Ying's gonna catch me. But sorry, my dude, you're not the priority here. Hong Ying deftly catches her spear in her hands, and Chi crash lands hard into a big tree, and face plants on the ground. Double ouch. You alright? Hong Ying asks casually. Chi picks himself up, trying to act cool despite a fresh nosebleed. I'm fine, not hurt at all, he says, puffing out his chest. You guys should focus on fighting the demon snake. Hong Ying smirks, adding, Snake Demon Nanta, no big deal. The demon hisses, still alive and angry, before smashing through a window to escape. Where is it? Hong Ying asks Chi to track it. The far-end classroom to the left on the 2nd floor, Chi quickly replies. A wicked grin spreads across her face. Good, I really hate bugs running around, she says, her spear glowing with power. Bugs should all be killed. With that, Hong Ying leaps into the air, twirling her spear and surrounded by a whirlwind of golden energy. She readies her spear, giving the demon a chilling message. See ya, Snake Demon Nanta. She throws the spear mid-air, which transforms into a blinding beam of light. The projectile pierces the building and explodes in a massive, earth-shattering blast. Back on the ground, Shi is completely amazed by the display of power. No wonder I seemed weak to you, he mutters. They investigate the blast site to find a massive crater with the demon's charred remains at the bottom. Yep, it's dead as expected, Hong Ying says with a yawn. She stretches, complaining about how tiring it was to use her brain. Chi's like, when exactly did you use your brain? Then Hong Ying puts an arm around him. Done. Brother Chi, let's go. Let me treat you to celebrate your first mission. Then she notices Xionan secretly taking pictures of them. Xionan quickly hides her phone, flustered. Lin Chi just watches, a thoughtful look on his face. Alright. The surviving students are huddled together in this creepy, dimly lit auditorium, still reeling from the monster mayhem. Jingyu leans over to Yifei. Hey, what was Lin Ji's group called again? Yifei casually says the Night Watchers, but then drops a huge bombshell. It doesn't matter though, because your memories are getting wiped. Jingyu's jaw drops. A memory wipe? Yifei explains it is standard procedure. If word got out about monsters and secret organizations, everyone would freak out. Jingyu asks, what about you? Memory wipe for you too? Yifei smirks a little too smugly. Nope, I am officially joining the Night Watchers after this. Jingyu asks about the benefits of joining the Night Watchers, but Yifei laughs, saying it is not that easy. They are super picky. Then Lin Qi walks in and the room gets deathly quiet. Yifei asks, so, how did it go? And Jie nods, we did it. We killed the snake demon Nanta. We are all safe. The room explodes with cheers. Victory. No more monsters. Yifei practically tackles Qi. I totally helped in the battle. Getting into the Night Watchers should be a piece of cake, right? Qi just shrugs, maybe. Suddenly, everything goes sideways. A gun is pointed at Yifei's head. Bang. And Jingyu fires. A few more shots, point blank. Yifei stumbles, screaming as blood gushes from his forehead. The other students are freaking out. But Yifei? He just yells, and Jingyu, why did you shoot me? He is clutching his head, totally confused. He got shot twice, but he is still alive. Why am I not dead? He asks Qi, a hopeful thought hitting him. Did I awaken my ability? Qi's face is like ice. No. He stares Yifei down. You did not awaken an ability, and then, the biggest twist ever. You are the snake demon Nanta. Yifei loses it completely. What? Impossible. I am Li Yifei. He screams, totally freaking out. Qi grabs him, his eyes glowing gold. Look into my eyes. A wave of energy hits Yifei, but instead of being controlled, he just grabs Qi's hand away with super strength. The panic vanishes, replaced by a wicked smirk. Scales appear on his skin and dark energy radiates from him. Interesting, he says. How did you figure it out? He cannot believe Qi saw through his disguise. Nah, his eyes weren't able to detect it. But Qi explains that Yifei, or whatever he really is, left a trail of clues so messy and illogical that it became so obvious. Like, if it wanted to escape, why make Lu Yuan and Ruro run so openly to the piano room? If it wanted to massacre people, why just limit its scope to only the school? Qi lays it all out. The goal was obvious. You wanted to make Li Yifei a hero, but it was not Qi who figured it out. And Jingyu did. The scene shifts to Jingyu. He explains he was suspicious from the start. The third floor was full of injured students, but the infected ignored them until Yifei showed up with reinforcements. Then the infected attacked. The final clue? A rope. An infected person tried to stop a student climbing down. It was a suicidal move. At first it seemed random, but Jingyu saw the real reason. You meant to cut that rope on purpose. With the escape route gone, everyone was trapped, giving Yifei the perfect chance to be a hero and join the Night Watchers. Jingyu stands with Chie, the truth revealed. You took a big risk, he says. Everything clicks into place. Yifei, his eyes glowing green, his demonic markings clear. Jingyu finishes, you made a second persona to create the perfect disguise. And that persona is Li Yifei. That's a wrap on this recap. Hit that subscribe button to help us keep pumping out awesome content. Catch you in the next one.